One look, give 'em whiplash. Beat drop with a big flash. 집중해 좀 더 think fast. 이유는 넌 이해 못해. 왜 이제야 너와 did that? Day one 너와 been bad. Don't stop 흔들린 채. 무리해도 can't touch that. Under pressure, body sweating. Can you focus? 어디서 날 거친 벗어. I'm the coldest. 오직 나만 네 입안을 바꿀 change it. Just close your eyes, breathe in a vision. One look, give 'em whiplash. Beat drop with a big flash. 집중해 좀 더 think fast. 이유 넌 이해 못해. 왜 이제 너와 did that? Day one 너와 been bad. Don't stop 흔들린 채. 무리해도 can't touch that. Whip whiplash. 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 One look, give 'em whiplash. Fancy. 이건 참 화려해, it's glowing and it's flashy. 알아적당한 미문지 keep it classy. 따라하지 넌 또 하나부터 열까지. 아닌 척하지. Pressure body sweating, can you focus? I deliver, I can promise I'm the coldest. 웬만해도 소용없지, don't you blow it. Just close your eyes, breathe in and visualize. 시작되는 순간 끝나버린 판단. 기회는 오직 one time, unforgettable. 찾아낸 the right line, 사라지지 않아. 너는 take it one time, unforgettable. One look, give 'em whiplash. You drop with a big flash. 집중해 좀 think fast. 이유 넌 이해 못해. 왜 이제야 너와 did that? Day one 너와 been bad. Don't stop 흔들린 채. 무리해도 can't touch that. I'm the highlight, it's your red light. It's tonight, it's about me. You know it's my side, 거친 내 side. 만들어갈 history. One look, give 'em whiplash. Beat drop with a big flash. 따라와, 어서 move fast. 이유 넌 이해 못해. 왜 이제야 너와 did that? Day one 너와 been bad. Don't stop 흔들린 채. 다가와도 can't touch that. Whip whiplash. 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 One look, give 'em whiplash.
Whiplash.
Well, that ended.
Oh, it's over. Hargrave, if you talk, then we can't hear you, brother.
Yeah, we
Ah,
can't hear you.
God damn it. I
That was
said
funny.
I'm joined with Hiawatha and Risey Lee. I don't know. I'm hoping George will join us. He hasn't answered
Hey,
me yet.
Mr.
So
Yanafui.
what is he saying?
He's thinking.
Yeah. He's
Probably about
thinking
something to
about how
say.
does this affect Comicsgate, you little shit.
Yeah, how does this? We're dancing on their grave, bitch.
Not me. I don't care about any of them.
Ah,
Oh, let me get rid of that caption.
I got a bad knee.
I got a bad knee.
All right,
Is
we're
it-
gonna start off with Ant's girlfriend here.
To breaking news,
Cornbread
former
said he'll
state
come out in 5
representative
minutes.
Cecil Brockman
All right,
has
sure.
been indicted on child sex charges. According to court
well,
documents, a grand jury
Jesus.
returned a true bill indictment
So
against
much for
Brockman.
BLM.
This is for felony statutory sex offense
This was
with a
the guy that
child,
runs the
deliveries
BLM
with a
guy.
child, and
Yeah.
first-degree sexual
you see the
exploitation
other one where he
with a
beat the
minor.
girl up
The
'cause
alleged
she called him
incidents
out for
happened in
stealing the
August
money?
of last
Sure,
year.
yeah, we'll
Brockman
talk
was
about
arrested
that.
last October. He has since resigned as a state
Hey,
representative for House District 60, which covers High Point and other areas of Guilford County, and he has been replaced.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the show. Today we're not talking about the war because that's going to continue going on and on and on and on. So let's look at some other issues in our country. Let's check in on Black Lives Matter. How are they doing? How is that organization doing? Well, as you can see from the news clip that we just showed there, this is the Black Lives Matter Marxist. He's also an anti-police former Democrat North Carolina representative. Cecil Brockman was indicting for with a child. Lifelong anti-cop, pro-criminal, piece of garbage. Are you allowed to say that about a criminal? Can I say that YouTube? Can I say that a criminal is not a good person just because he happens to be that color? But anyway, that's what's going on with Black Lives Matter. In other news with Black Lives Matter, as you can see, they're not doing great. So I think the organization, like a couple years back, it came to light. It was a big scandal that Black Lives Matter, the organization, was embezzling funds. The people who were running it were like living in luxury. They were having these crazy parties. They were buying mansions, and none of it is going to help the cause. Because again, sometimes in certain communities, their worst enemies are each other.
I would have kept
at
her.
the violence between each other,
soulmate.
you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. So let's take a look at this. I believe this is body cam footage. This was a woman
And don't
who
want a
was
normal
attacked.
woman.
Clyde
She'd have to be
McLemore
fucked up
was the
some
founder
way,
and
you know
executive
that?
director of Black
I
Lives
want a
Matter County,
bumper.
Illinois. Was caught on video physically
Guys,
fighting
have
and
a
assaulting his
bumper.
female employee at the Wookajin office. Okay. So again, does it need to be said again? I don't think black people, I don't think that their greatest enemy is necessarily the police. Gonna throw that out there. I know it's crazy. I don't even think their
Most
greatest
of them
enemy
are
is
black
white
and
people,
Mexican
Caucasians.
anyways, the
It
police,
seems
you know
to me
that?
that the pattern at play is that they are their own worst enemies. So again, she accused him of mishandling / embezzling grant funds, and this footage, of course, is now going viral. So take a listen to this video. I believe this is body cam footage, but I can't be sure. It could just be a friend talking about it. But the girl in this corner of the frame, this is the woman that was attacked by the founder and executive director of this Black Lives Matter wing in Illinois. Well, the world watches Iran light up the Middle East. Something much bigger just happened here at home, and the media is barely mentioning it. America's nuclear fleet, our advanced weapon systems, the
They would
future of
not
our power
talk about
grid,
it
they all
anyways.
run on one thing: uranium.
Goes against
And
their
right now, the
narrative.
United States imports nearly all of it. That's not just an energy issue, that's a sovereignty issue. Because if you can't fuel your own defense, you don't control your own destiny. Which is why Washington's latest move is a game changer. The U.S. Department of Energy just announced $2.7 billion in contracts to restore domestic uranium enrichment. On top of that,
Oh,
Section
fuck,
232
this
was
is
invoked,
commercial.
a formal declaration plateau, a region that's produced over 500
She's
and not more
gripping
about this critical
fucking
minerals.
This happens every time I
atomic
try to get
material.
funded. Like, my biggest thing is he always attacks me when I acknowledge that you do stuff for things that are not Black Lives Matter related, and I sit here and work for free already.
Yeah, there
Okay.
they
And you called-
are
did you call
fighting
police
in the
when this happened?
hallway.
I know I would not like to see a black man in jail. I just try to take the bigger person route and stay away for a couple days, still maintain my sanity.
Look at him
and-
beating
and
the
work.
shit out of her.
Okay. But you do know this isn't
Here's the
healthy
revised
anymore,
budget.
though? You know what I'm saying?
I do know.
Like, I know you're making your money, you're doing
Oh,
something, but
I'm not making no money. You see, I always got to fight for it. Like currently, right now, I'm in the middle of a low-income energy efficiency grant for $24,000, and that's why I'm
Look at him
here
pounding the
actually, because
shit
I'm doing
out of
work in
her.
regards to that, in preparation to do my events for that, and like that's the only money that's coming in around here. And like every time we do get extra money, it's, no, you can't have anything. You have to wait till this year here, or you got to wait for this. But you steady out here doing other stuff. That's the fact of the matter. That's why I was so mad and adamant about getting paid today,
okay.
because I constantly see you doing stuff for everybody else, and I'm sitting here hungry, struggling with my 18-year-old. Well, he's 17, finna be 18.
Yeah.
So,
Like
Damn.
listening to this shit.
for you to attack me every time we talk about money, to me that means
Well, that's damn. Listen to her.
So lots to unpack there. This not only shows, again, reinstating my own point, that they are their own worst enemy. It's not just that's unpacked here, but did you catch what she was talking about, what they were doing? Getting grants. You know
I
what
wish
grants is? You
DJ
petition
was here.
your local government, you petition the federal government, whatever. We have this organization, we want to do something like this, and we need money for that.
Why y'all making fun
How is
of
that any different from the
BLM,
scam
yo?
callers that buzz your phone and they're like, hello, we would like to sell you, so whatever, now I'm doing an African accent, but it's generally, plays from a different continent. How is this any different from that? How is this
different
remotely
continent.
anything different from that? All these grants, that's just a legal way of scamming the government. There are so many of these loopholes in Medicaid, in the Social Security,
Remember
not
that
Social Security,
guy
but
with
Social
the
Services
question
rather,
marks on his
that people
jacket
are
used to
using
sell those
organizations
books
as fronts to just
for getting
embezzle money. It's the
grants?
same with like
Remember who?
That guy used to have the question marks all over his jacket. And he'd sell those books to teach you how to get grants from the government.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I got one of them around here somewhere. I think one of my sisters got it from them. They're fucking stupid.
the Somali
What does
scams
the
that
book
was
say?
happening
Just
up in
be
Minnesota.
black?
By the way, I gotta tell you something about that too.
Basically.
The Somali scams that were happening all up in Minnesota, it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. They put up, it's like the mafia. How the mafia is doing their like dirty deeds or whatever, and then they have like a pizza shop as the front to launder money, to get money, to make it seem,
Yep,
to
the
legitimize
Leering
it. All
Center.
these organizations
Yeah.
are just fronts for embezzlement, money laundering, getting money from the government, and taking advantage of the social welfare state of the United States. And, I was talking to someone who lives in Britain, and he was saying how basically the migrants move to whatever country in Europe that has the best social welfare state. So currently right now, Norway, of all places, is being overrun by people because Norway has a very liberal social welfare state. So
Our,
Norway is like now
embassy was just
experiencing a
bombed
huge
there.
influx
Did you know that?
of people from the Middle East and
We
who knows
bombed
where.
there.
And that's why you see
Yeah,
certain countries in
somebody
Europe are
blew
not
something
quite as
up outside of our
overrun.
embassy in
And why you
Norway.
also see, and this is the difference between the immigration in the immigration problems in Europe versus the United States. So we have a lot of people that come from like Latin America, Central America, Mexico, and they're all over. It's not just the cities. The cities attract a certain specific type of people. the migrants that we get, they go and work as basically slave labor on farms and all of these things, construction and stuff. So the United States, we have migrants everywhere. It's not just the cities. In Europe, which you'll notice, it's mostly just in the cities because that's where they can get their hands on the social welfare and scam the government. But you know what's funny? This is a little side quest here. But I was in Iceland on a connecting flight, and you have to, Iceland's generally, by the way, if you're flying to Europe, Iceland's a very cheap way to go. So it's 6 hours to Iceland, depending on where you're flying out of. I'm flying out of North Carolina. So if you're flying to Iceland, it's a 6-hour flight. It's generally kind of cheap. And then it's a 3-hour flight onst to Europe, like the UK or whatever. I'm sitting in the line about to check my bags again because you got to go read through customs and all of that and recheck your bags again. I go up to the counter. He's like, the counter's closed for like 2 hours. You'll have to come back later. But then he was like, I have all these bags. I got like a toddler with me. And he was like, you know what? I'll just check you in early. It doesn't matter. A Somalian, like, it's pretty dead giveaway of what a Somalian looks like. A Somalian comes up behind me and the guy's like, okay, where are you traveling to? I kid you not, he literally said Minnesota. And I was like, this is crazy. It's crazy to like see it in real time because you hear about, I've never been to Minnesota, but you hear about these enclaves that are in Minnesota. You hear about this whole scamming fraud scheme that Nick Shirley uncovered. And then to actually see someone, I'm like, where did you come from? You literally probably came from Somalia via Europe and now you're going to Minnesota to meet up with your clan, your extended family. And that's what these people do. It's like these guys who marry Asian women, they think they're getting such a great deal until she decides she needs to bring her entire extended family. And now you're taking care of this Asian lady and her entire extended family. So it's scams in abundance, But anyway, I thought that was a funny video. Looks like Black Lives Matter is still struggling. The organization is, it's going under. But so long as we have a welfare state, so long as you have people who've figured out the algorithm to get grants, because I was talking to some person a long time ago, and his specialty was getting grants. And he was like, it's basically a formula, a recipe of things you say in writing letters to get grants that will basically get you a grant anytime because they see a few keywords and they're like, okay, we'll give them a grant. These people have hacked the system. These people have figured out what to say, how to write the letter, what points to address and include in the letter, and then they get their grant money. And here we are, the American taxpayer, footing the bill for all of it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just says,
problems in abundance in the United States of America and elsewhere. But that is the show for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.
Hey, Oz.
This is Seattle, Washington.
Adios, BLM.
They're just turning into everything else. Those assholes that are bitching about the war now in Iran are ex-BLM, most of them in Antifa.
No, it'll just turn into some other stupid thing, and it'll just be BLM all over again.
They just repackage and recycle.
I'm Alex Hollings, and this is a breaking edition of Air Power. Down uncrewed drones and cruise missiles in combat before, but this marks the first air-to-air victory against a piloted aircraft for what is the most technologically advanced fighter in service today. Now, details about this engagement are still pretty sparse, but the initial announcement came from the Israeli Defense Force on Twitter or X, and translated, their tweet reads, an Israeli Air Force Adir F-35I jet shot down an Iranian combat aircraft, Yak-130, over Tehran skies a short time ago. This is the world's first shoot-down of a manned fighter jet by an F-35. Now, the Yak-130 is a Russian advanced jet trainer and light combat aircraft that's capable of employing a variety of air-to-ground munitions like gravity bombs and rockets, as well as Russian-sourced infrared-guided R-73 series air-to-air missiles. Then the Yak-130 is among the most modern aircraft in Iran's inventory, with the platform itself only reaching initial service in 2010 and deliveries to Iran only beginning in 2013. Now, these jets were purchased as training aircraft, but Iran announced their intentions to begin using them for limited combat operations last year. According to Iranian state media, one of their Yak-130s even participated in air combat exercises in 2025 that saw them coordinate with 2 Iranian MiG-29s to intercept and destroy an airborne target drone using an R-73E infrared-guided air-to-air missile. It's a weapon with a reported range of roughly 19 miles or about 30 kilometers. And that really speaks to the extent of this platform's air-to-air capabilities. Now, at least one Yak-130 was photographed flying over Tehran with an air-to-air armament in just the past few days, seemingly flying counter-UAS air defense operations or shooting down drones. The Yak-130 was designed to emulate advanced Russian 4th-generation fighter flight characteristics for training purposes, while also serving in light attack and reconnaissance roles. In Iranian service, it's primarily been used as a stepping stone toward Iran's piecemeal fleets of Cold War fighters, like the F-4E Phantom II, F-5 Tiger, and, of course, Iran's handful of still operational F-14
Yep,
Tomcats. And
F-14.
on a longer timeline,
Yeah, that
they
shit's
were also
crazy.
meant to train Iranian pilots to fly the much more modern Russian-sourced Su-35 if and when deliveries of those fighters ever actually begins. Now, it's believed that Iran had just 12 Yak-130s in total at the onset of fighting, and with more than 11,000 pounds of thrust on tap and the ability to pull upwards of 8 Gs during maneuvers, these lightweight fighters may be generations behind platforms like the F-35, but they are, nonetheless, pretty capable aircraft for what they were meant to do. In fact, the Yak-131, or the Russian light attack version of this aircraft, comes equipped with an onboard radar and is even slated to eventually replace aging Su-25 Frogfoots for the close air support mission in the Russian Air Force. Now, the Yak-130 is, of course, absolutely outclassed by the F-35,
You don't
with
say.
no onboard radar and only short-range air-to-air capabilities. But again, you could reasonably make the argument that this is the most modern and advanced tactical aircraft in Iranian service today, so its loss is certainly worthy of note. Now, losing a fight to the F-35 may have been an all but foregone conclusion, but the fact that Iran is still managing to get aircraft into the fight after 4 consecutive days of large-scale airstrikes is also
They ain't
worthy
getting
of
shit
note.
into the fight.
Now, the Israeli
This guy's a propaganda.
F-35I is the same core airframe as
This
America's
shit's
runway
done.
queen F-35As operated by the U.S. Air Force, but it departs from the standard F-35 fleet in a number of pretty unique
Yeah,
ways.
Jack said a
Most
P-35
notably,
Mustang can
Israel's
still defeat
F-35s
90%
carry an
of the countries in the
indigenously
world.
developed
Well, here's the thing: the Israeli F-35, it has to go in theater. It has to go in there and fight like that. But they'll eventually show the video of this thing blowing up that piece of crap they have, and he's like, a couple of miles away, where we can practically launch off the goddamn. It's almost like it's almost obsolete. You're just basically a cruise missile at that point. Because you're shooting literally from off the carrier.
Out of sight, it's called.
Yeah, and in theater, we're out of theater. That's the main thing. The Israelis are like, how come you can shoot that thing from the carrier, but ours we have to get in there and
They get off the carrier and start shooting.
they're fighting and we're shooting missiles going by them and they're trying to catch up.
electronic warfare suite instead of the BAE Systems AN/ASQ-239 that's employed by, well, F-35s for everybody else. Israeli F-35s have also seen the integration of some additional weapons, like ongoing efforts to field the Python 5 air-to-air missile, and they carry independent logistics and mission software. There are also long-standing rumors that Israel may have managed to develop and field external fuel tanks for their F-35Is
We have the Confederate Air Force here
extend
in
the
Michigan.
jet's
You ever hear that,
combat
Hargrave?
range, but details about these claims remain
It's all the old
very few
planes.
and far between. Now, beyond those unique bells and whistles, though, the F-35I carries the same groundbreaking Pratt & Whitney F-135
surprised you never
afterburning
heard of that.
turbofan engine that is
Oh, that
capable
sounds
of pushing
familiar.
out a whopping 43,000 pounds
The
of thrust
largest
at
private
full
Air
tilt,
Force
more
of
than
all the
4 times the
warplanes.
thrust produced by the 2 engines in the Yak-130. And the F-35A and I are both rated for 9+ G maneuvers when necessary, but broadly speaking, the F-35 was
9G,
designed to serve more as an
Fuck,
air-to-air
that's almost
sniper
beyond human
than it ever
capacity,
was
you know
to
that?
serve
Even
as a
with
close
those
quarters
That's
pants
what
night
they
out.
were
fighter.
doing on Top
Well, this
Gun
is the
Maverick
first
at the end,
known
going up
air-to-air
that
kill for
mountain.
any F-35
They
against
got
a
to wear
crewed
them
fighter.
girdles,
It is
man.
not,
Pretty
again,
soon
the
they're going to be
first-time
pilotless. I heard
F-35s
that
have
the
shot
new
down
ones are even
airborne
going to.
targets
They're ready
in
to be
combat.
pilotless.
The first reported F-35 air-to-air kill of a drone came in 2021 when
I've
Israeli
seen this guy before.
F-35Is engaged and downed 2 Iranian attack drones. Since then, Israeli, Dutch, American, and most recently British F-35s have all scored air-to-air kills against drones and cruise missiles over Europe and the Middle East. And it is worth noting that there were rumors swirling about American F-35Cs, or the Navy carrier-launched variant, engaging and downing Iranian MiG-29s earlier in this fight. But I want to be clear that thus far, there has been no evidence to substantiate those claims, and it seems to be nothing more than an internet rumor. And with that ends this short-fused edition of Air Power from Sandbox News. I'm Alex Hollings.
Yeah, I just saw a thing on the coating on that
Alex
plane
Hollings.
you were talking about going and seeing, and I guess there's dirt in it. They're so fucked up.
Let's see what this one is.
Their stealth
Yeah,
shell.
it's not showing it. Hold on. We'll talk about the F-15 here.
Historic first uses of never-before-seen weapon systems, and a growing list of questions begin to emerge about how long this fight might take and how exactly it might end. Now, with localized air superiority established on Iran's southern flank, American combat aircraft are beginning to fly deeper into the nation's airspace as they begin to transition away from longer-range standoff weapons like cruise missiles that are meant to limit the risk to launching aircraft, and toward cheaper and more plentiful close-range stand-in weapons like JDAMs. Now, this shift
they all have the
suggests
same thing.
Iran's integrated air
Most
defense
of them have the
network is
same thing. I
beginning
mean,
to
the Brits
falter
got some of
under
their
the
own
weight of literally
airplanes that they
thousands
make,
of
but
airstrikes
French
being
got
conducted
one.
in
Yeah.
the south by American
Typhoon.
forces and in the north by Israeli
They don't got
aircraft.
nothing like ours, though.
With more than
No.
30
We got more than
Iranian
anybody. What do we got,
vessels
7?
now sunk, more than 2,000 targets
And I
already
think
struck, and this
UK's
campaign
got
continuing
2.
to ramp
Yeah.
up. Iran's
And
ability
France has
to
got
defend
1,
itself
and I
may
think
be
Italy's got
rapidly
1.
waning,
Yeah.
but
Germany,
it is
I don't even know if they
important
got one,
to
do they?
understand the pretty wide gap between beating the crap out of a nation's military and eliminating their ability or their will to fight. So, let's run through some of the biggest developments to surface in this fight over the past week. I'm Alex Hollings, and this is Air Power. Iran, Russia's war in Ukraine now stretching past its 4th year, and other ongoing
Wasn't that supposed to be
conflicts
a
in
week?
Afghanistan, Sudan, Myanmar, Mexico,
But he's
and
talking
more.
about,
the world is an
Ukraine.
increasingly
wasn't
complex
that
and
supposed to last a
sometimes
week?
even scary place.
Oh, he was supposed to take
and
care
to
of
be
it in the
honest,
first
the news
day, remember?
media doesn't always
I'm
make
gonna
things
end that
much
war on
better,
the first
often
day.
choosing to
40
lean into
years later.
hyperbole, sensationalism, and definitely
Also gonna
partisan
release the
politics
Epstein
to drive
files. I
clicks
saw how
and
that
views
went.
instead of,
Well,
just
fucking
keeping
Putin's
us
probably in
informed.
it.
And that is why I am still
We're
You
all
know, there's a
such a big
website
fan
where you can
of
put
Ground
in somebody's
News.
name and it'll
Ground
say if
News
they're
helps
in there
us
or
stay on
not.
top of what's going on in the
I don't
world
know.
while also letting us see right
I'll
through
have to
common
send it to
forms
you,
of
man.
media bias and the sensationalism that's become so common today. Ground News compiles stories from outlets all over the world and then sticks them all into one easy-to-read
Oh, this is
feed
a commercial,
that doesn't
dude.
just keep me up to date on what's
Hold
going
on,
on,
let
but
me-
also shows me the different
let's see
ways
this
media
bullshit.
outlets
Can't
like
tell the way
this
he
story
talks.
about the U.S.'s first use of Lucas
He's got like
kamikaze
one
drones in
fucking
combat.
level, you know that?
Ground News has already
Hey,
gathered coverage of the
was it
story from
monotone?
154
Yeah, but it's
different
frantic
outlets,
monotone.
with 33 of them
Yeah,
listed as
I
being
didn't notice the
politically
Jack-
centered.
or
And here
Rebel,
on
I
the
mean.
right side of the screen, you can also see the biased distribution and
still a
factuality
commercial.
ratings for coverage of the
I haven't
story.
streamed
with
in a while, okay?
About 41% of it for high alert ownership feature being balance.
Oh, come on.
This fat prick. See,
it
now
can
that
be
they
for
know
you
that we
too.
cut
Just
the
go to
commercials out, now they put them in the videos. You know that?
For God's sakes, was it like a 10-hour commercial?
Some of them are
attack
fucking 5
submarine
minutes.
with a torpedo since World
What's
War
this?
II in an engagement
Oh,
some
cornbread, Matt.
2,000 miles away from the heart of the fighting in
cornbread,
Iran off the coast of Sri Lanka. And we've got videos up on both of those topics already if you'd like to check them out. But from a purely
Yeah, did you
technical
see him sink
standpoint,
that
that
ship,
is
that
just the
sub?
tip of the iceberg.
Holy fuck, that thing
This
jumped
fight
up in
has
the air.
also seen the first combat deployment of America's new Lucas one-way attack drones, something I actually got the chance to discuss on
Oh, these
ABC
were
News 15
backwards
Arizona
engineered after
earlier
theirs,
this
you
week
know
with
that?
Air
Yep.
Force veteran and evening anchor Craig McKee.
And ours
then,
are
of course,
better,
3
though.
American F-15E Strike Eagles were
Ours
accidentally
can
shot down
swarm
over
and all kinds
Kuwait
of shit.
by a friendly F-A-18 Hornet. And while friendly fire doesn't impact the F-15's legendary undefeated air combat record, another engagement from this week might, depending on how you count them, because Qatar's new F-15QA actually scored the first air-to-air victories of this conflict, downing 2 Iranian Su-24 Fencer fighter bombers that were attempting to sneak past air defenses to engage American forces by screaming across the desert just off the ground. But
Damn.
let's start with the Lucas drones and why their use in this fight marks a significant step toward America's shifting approach toward using low-cost air power to saturate and degrade
Yeah, it was
enemy air
China's
defenses.
idea to do this to us, and now we're
well,
doing
a
it
whole
to
lot
them.
more. Now,
You
according
know
to
that?
statements
Yeah, they don't
released
like
by
that
the
very
U.S.
much.
Central Command,
No, they're
this
fucked.
week's joint American and Israeli strikes against Iran saw the first combat deployment of America's low-cost uncrewed combat attack system, or Lucas one-way attack
Hey,
drones,
Cornbread.
marking the culmination of a rapid transition from development and into service that only spanned about a year. Now, these drones, which are based directly on Iran's own Shahed 136, are meant to provide American forces with low-cost, high-volume long-range options for kinetic strikes against stationary targets. While these drones have been launched from U.S. Navy ships at sea in testing, reports now indicate that the Lucas systems employed against Iran this week were launched from the ground by members of CENTCOM's Task Force Scorpion Strike, or
That's the future, though,
TFSS.
I'm hearing.
Now, Task Force Scorpion Strike is a relatively small unit made up of only about 24 troops that all fall under U.S. Special Operations Command Central, or the Spec Ops Command element that oversees Middle East operations. This group was established just this past December with the express purpose of rapidly developing and fielding low-cost drone combat capabilities for American forces. And low cost is right. The Lucas system can deliver decent-sized, high-explosive payloads over hundreds of miles at a reported cost.
You know that laser that Israel has to shoot
Yeah.
They said it cost them literally $3 to use that.
Yeah, and they were already using it over there, too. Did you see that?
$3.
That takes, like I said, we're beating the fuck out of them now because that was their idea to out-cheap us. And we definitely fucking got it under them.
$3 to run a fucking laser.
Of just $35,000 per drone.
Oh, he lost
or
corn.
About half the price of the cheapest Hellfire missile iterations in service today,
Kamikaze
which offer a
drones,
range of only
except
around
the US
7 miles.
aren't
Higher-end
established
cruise
to
missiles
actually
that
make
do
humans
offer a
pilot
similar
them.
range to the Lucas, like
Well,
the
they want to get rid of the
AGM-158B JASSM
that's the whole
ER
idea.
can
Everything's
cost
gonna be done
upwards
in a
of
barn in Utah
36
now.
times as much as these drones. Now, the specific capabilities of the
That
Lucas
was the whole
aren't
point of
entirely
that last
clear,
Top
but
Gun
the
movie
firm
was they're trying to
responsible
get
for
rid of
its
the pilots.
development, Arizona-based SpectreWorks, has previously
Yeah, because their
disclosed the
software and
capabilities
theirs
of the
sucked. They were
target
nothing but
drone that
goddamn
Lucas is
lawnmowers
based
that
on.
could just hit
Their
random shit.
FLM-136,
Now we
which
got goddamn
was originally
computers in
meant
these
to
things.
provide the American
And
military with a
AI.
suitable stand-in for Iran's real Shahed 136 for troops to practice shooting down. Now, this effort has been described by American officials openly as reverse engineering the Iranian weapon, but it is worth noting that
That's the
Iran
name,
itself
Lucas.
is arguably guilty of the same. The Shahed 136 design is mostly derivative of Israeli's Harop drone that first emerged in the early 2000s, and to be fair, that drone was itself a derivative of the German Dar drone that first emerged in the 80s. That is to say that to some extent, this idea of a propeller-driven lifting body long-range munition has been around for a long time, but it's only recently become so
that shit.
inexpensive to
Yeah.
produce that the threat they
That thing got
pose to
blasted
even
already.
advanced and capable military forces has really
That's
exploded.
their shit.
Now, while the American-made FLM-136 is based
Launched
directly
5
on
of
a
them at once in there,
reverse-engineered
wow.
Shahed drone, it is built at a slightly smaller scale to further reduce cost. Both the Shahed 136 and the FLM 136 boast an 8.2-foot wingspan, but the American drone is about a foot shorter and quite a
Yeah,
bit
it does
lighter
look
at
like
just
that, doesn't it,
180
Jack?
pounds versus the Shahed's 440. As a result, the FLM-136 carries less fuel, a smaller engine, and a smaller payload, resulting in a maximum range of a bit more than 510 miles, carrying a 40-pound high-explosive warhead as compared.
I'm
think
gonna
I'm-
bounce, bro. I
I'm-
can't.
No, I'm done with that. We're going to go to something else now. I was getting kind of burnt out about that myself.
Dude, that guy's fucking voice.
All right, let's see here.
He's trying to make it important, Risey.
Here, so Johnny Somalia finally gets it here.
Oh yeah. 3 years in the labor camp.
Destroyed
He
in
ain't gonna
court.
make it
Holy
out.
shit.
No,
Thank fucking God. I am so happy
yeah, it's,
to see
You
this
heard
happen.
that his
This is what you
agency,
call the happy ending.
fired
This
him
is-
that he fucking created. Didn't you know that?
no. The last thing I remembered was we showed him chasing those people down the street in what was it, Korea with the sword.
No, I'm talking about Asmund Gold. He fucking his talent agency that he created fired him because of that weed smoking bitch that Ethan's fighting with. Did this big shout out about what a piece of shit he is. and that his takes are all bad now.
I don't know anything about that, but
Yeah, it's K drama.
I know Quartering is pissed off about what's her face, the Christian idiot getting married.
Yeah, fuck him. We were talking about that last night.
A good ending. This is the right ending.
Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, was absolutely crushed today in court, and we have massive consequences as the AFO hits. We're going to get into that today on Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm
How about that?
American attorney over here in Asia, and this is a Fast Facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. And of course, we've been following the Johnny Somali trial from the beginning and giving you the
you've got to understand that a person like this is like really not that much. Like, these people are functional animals. They act like animals. They have no impulse control. They have no emotional regulation. Honestly, you could train a dog better than you could probably train Johnny Somali. So when you see a person acting out like this, really, it's not even in a case their fault. It's just the way that they are. It's just bad crazy bad spawn RNG.
Spawn a real narrative, the real
he
facts,
says it
the
all
real
time.
consequences
Or that they're
of
in a
what's going
PvP
down
server.
in Korea for Johnny Somali, and we are at the end here. We
Look at that
indeed
idiot.
had
I'd
a
kill him if he
massive
came
hearing
at me,
today that
wouldn't
actually
you?
had a little bit of a twist.
Yeah,
which
that
we'll
fucking
get into
soldier
and
beat the hell out
get
of
into
him.
the details here. So today's hearing we thought was just going to be involving modifying the indictment.
Isn't it crazy that like Johnny Somali was like the unspoken harbinger of the Minnesota fraud? We didn't even realize that there was a connection at all until, and like this is the type of thing where like all the pieces of the web come together and make the full picture. Can you believe that?
Potentially either, modifying the deepfakes, adding charges, maybe doing something else like that. But what they threw in was they added in closing arguments. Typically that is done on a different day, but they allowed those closing arguments to proceed today. So we actually have an update on Johnny Somali's closing argument and his whole spiel, his last attempt to make his defense, which failed miserably.
What a surprise.
We had the Somali conviction team present there, taking notes, taking transcripts, so we have very good details there.
He blamed it on South Korean culture? Yeah, of course he did.
Hank in the courtroom. This is the second time that Hank has not been there in the courtroom with Ramzi Khalid
That was his
Ismail.
friend.
Johnny Somali, a.k.a. Ramzi Khalid Ismail, RKI, made a very bad argument in terms of his closing argument. That was
no way.
Really received. Everybody in the court
was
shocked by the fact that he was making these statements and going this angle with his closing argument.
He's just a retard.
Even the
That's
judge
what retards do.
had a visible bad reaction to what he was doing. The prosecution also gave the recommended punishment, and it is way worse than most people would have expected. And actually has some real consequences for him, even in the United States. So we're going to talk about that as well. So let's jump right into it, guys. In case you don't know, Ramzi,
look at all of these charges. Holy shit!
Yeah, good. Fuck him.
Ismail is facing 8 different charges. That's 4 obstruction of business, 2 minor offenses acts,
Jesus.
and 2 deepfakes.
Look at this guy.
He's been trying to get rid of this deepfake with Jungman and also the one with Bongbong,
Yeah,
trying to kind of knock both of those things off because that's stuff that carries serious.
It's illegal in South Korea to make deepfakes of people without their consent, and he did that, and he had one of like making out with this girl, and this is like super illegal over there.
Prison time.
That's what happened.
That's the thing where you can't wiggle out with a fine.
Too.
And because of that, he's already guilty on all these
It's
other
like
counts. He already pled guilty
He's
on all
a
these counts. He
weirdo.
was fighting these two.
like if
He
you
was
went and
really
tried to
banking on today being a
rape
day
the
where they
President
drop
Lincoln
those
Memorial or
deepfakes
something.
because these deepfakes.
And look at this here: rotting fish harassment, disrupting bus system, North Korean propaganda, disrupting 7-Eleven, twerking on a bus. Bro, what a fucking what an animal! Oh my God!
Prison time,
North
mandatory
Korea
recommendations.
propaganda.
And he's got 2 of them on his.
Yeah, he was
account.
talking
They had
crazy
this
shit
motion to
about North
modify the
Korea.
indictment, and
Just
they
like in
filed this
Japan,
days
he was
ago.
saying, "I'm gonna
I kept
nuke
that
you,"
under wraps
remember?
because I wanted.
Oh, that's right, huh? Yeah, he was telling those people like Japan's better or something like.
Yeah, and then he was
he was-
also telling them, "I'm friends with their leader over there in North Korea. I'm gonna have him come kill all of you."
Yeah, I remember that now.
To see where this went and
He's a
how this
fucking
played out.
retard.
Obviously, if there was a modification, we wanted to be able to explain it. So today we found out during the hearing what that was.
Okay.
RKI was hoping this was going to be the deepfakes drop. They were going to get rid of the Jungmann deepfake because he had a quote-unquote unofficial settlement with Jungmann. But mind you, in the Korean system, the prosecutors have all of the authority as to whether or not a charge is dropped.
Yeah, it's like a charge against the state or against society, not against that person necessarily. So even if that person forgives you, my understanding of it is that, like, I mean, this is the way the legal system works. You still have to go through the process the same as anything else.
What they do with the charge.
It's not like you can just undo that by saying that the person doesn't care.
So even if you received a settlement with a victim saying, hey, or somebody else, the other
Same
party
as domestic
there,
in the U.S.
because
Exactly.
these people, Jungmann and RKI, both showed the deepfake, and the deepfake was of Jungmann and Hank making out naked.
That's what I'm saying.
Very definitely fits the deepfake statute just to a T. But the prosecution did not drop the charges. In fact, they did not even mitigate the charge. All they did was update a table of contents and update dates and times of some of the crimes.
Yeah, there's no way he had no chance to win this,
correct.
man.
So all they did was issue corrections to dates and times. So this is a massive, massive loss for RKI.
Mega L.
But like, how is your defense going to be? Like, you can't plead sanity because you.
I'm retarded.
Even if you said that,
I'm Somali.
Like the one where he was in the 7-Eleven, he purposely asked that lady, she's like, where's the soup or whatever? And then he takes the hot soup and he's pouring it all over that table. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, he's...
There's a bunch of them out there. You know that. These fucking retard streamers that just annoy people.
Yeah, but this guy is the worst. He was literally the worst.
Streamer?
Yeah.
That guy you fight with, I think he's the worst with his dumb shit walking around.
He's a close second, but this guy takes the cake, man. Like he should have got more than this. He should have got like 20 years.
Whole case was banking on getting rid of these deepfakes. So let's jump into his closing argument. What did he say? And this is the words of Johnny Somali, aka Ramsey Kalidas.
Oh God! Oh no! Here we go.
I'm going to break it down and then we're going to do some analysis. So
Subhuman.
Ramsey said, I sincerely apologize for my actions in Korea. I express remorse for the incident for which I was charged. I have been held captive here in Korea.
Captive. Oh no.
For a year and a half, during which time
He's the
I
victim.
committed no crimes. That, by the way, I'm going to
It's not even true.
You know, I want to talk about that because when I was over there, like I do remember hearing that, like if you do the slightest fucking thing, like, you know, jaywalk or whatever there, like if they give you a ticket and stuff, like you can't fucking leave there until you take care of it or whatever. Like they won't they'll arrest you at the airport. And yeah, they don't fuck around over there, man. He's right about that.
Yeah, Cornbread's man, right.
There.
Go to Singapore, they'll cane your ass. You know that?
Other
she's telling me about that. She don't have any gum on you.
Activity he would potentially
Fuck no.
These people can't stop. Like they can't follow rules. They just can't do it. The only way you can deal with a person like this is to just institutionalize them and put them in a box, and that's it. Like this is one of the problems. Like a lot of people in like Western culture and like civilized society don't like this reality. Is that some people are just functional animals. And the only way that you can deal with them is by removing their impact on the rest of the world.
And you know what's funny? Do you know what the Japanese do? Like I saw this. I don't know if this person was like drunk or high or what they were doing, but they threat to like the public. Or I actually seen this, and these guys come, and they look like construction workers, and they lay this thing out, and it looks like a long like a sleeping bag thing. And then they go and grab the guy and they go and lay him down there and they hold him down and they're literally rolling him across the street and they roll him up in this thing like a burrito and then they put it down and then they put him in the back of the car and they just drove off with the fucking dude. That's how they just wrap the guy up like a burrito and send him away.
That's it.
He says I learned
all you can do.
to integrate into society during
never-
that time.
nothing else
I
is
did
ever gonna
some
work.
foolish things under the influence of alcohol, and I realized the consequences.
It's alcohol's
sincerely apologize.
Oh, he
for
wasn't
this.
drunk.
Having been born and raised in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize how serious the consequences of the
Mm-hmm.
actions were, which would
What a
not be
stupid
considered
ass.
criminal in the U.S. and could
No,
be
you
in
just get your
Korea.
ass
I'm gonna
beat here,
pause
you
there.
retard.
This statement and this framing, being sorry not for what you really did, but sorry for the consequences.
Yeah.
This is very
I
similar
didn't know.
to when he
He
said,
got
"I'm
caught.
sorry this offends your honor" in his
Yeah, exactly.
previous apology about the comfort woman statute. It's
Yep.
not actually his actions he feels remorseful for,
It's
but
the
the fact
pause
there
it
are
1 second.
consequences
Yeah,
for
right.
his actions. Let's continue.
It's really about what they're talking about. But holy fucking shit, I hate when YouTubers or Twitchers, whatever, or streamers do this where you'll be like EFAP and something, and all they're doing is going, yep, exactly. Yep, exactly. It's like you're not adding anything.
He
Yeah.
screams all day, though, to be fair, Risey.
Yeah, no, I know who he is. I recognize the mug.
I'll speed this
Don't
up
remember
a
his
little.
name. No, all good, man. I was just like, I seen fucking a certain Australian doing the exact same thing a few weeks ago, and I was just like, you're not fucking adding anything. You're not transformative it. You're not pausing it. You're not saying this is what I think. It's just yep. It's like a bobblehead. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you.
No, pretty much.
I reached an agreement with Lee Jung-chuk, that's Youngman, regarding the 2 deepfakes. That's actually false. He only received a settlement regarding one. The other was with Bong Bong. He doesn't have a settlement with her. And he no longer seeks punishment. Bong Bong made it clear in court that she was unaware distributing deepfake videos was a crime and
Send those
initially viewed them as
ninjas
not sexual
back to
content but funny
Africa.
images. If she and Korean did not
Jesus.
recognize the same act as a
He's
crime,
from
how could he, an American,
Somalia,
have known it
son
was?
of a
When I
bitch.
asked
Oh God, bro! Like this is like an 11th grader, man.
born here,
Who comes
though.
up with this?
Was he born here?
Bong Bong whether he had
Yeah,
defendant's
he's a
counsel
piece of
consent
shit from
to distribute the
Minnesota.
videos, Bong Bong said no. The law is unfair.
Oh, of
Since the police
course.
didn't do anything when I tried to report
Oh,
Bong
no.
Bong, all I'm asking is for the law to be applied fairly. I want to appeal
Oh,
to the
God.
prosecution and police. It's unfair if Bong Bong and I receive different punishments. I'm still young. I want to see my family and go home. Please show leniency. So
Absolutely not. Absolutely. I hope
No,
that they
he
make
should
his
add
life hell.
years. If you
This
said
guy
that
is
to
such
me,
a
I would add
retard.
years.
He's so aggressive. He's not sorry for anything.
No.
The best thing that you can
Right.
do is put him in a box and keep him there, and that's it.
Put him in a
that is all
box.
of his arguments. So
Yeah.
essentially,
He
once
does.
again, in closing, Ramsey Khalid Ismail is arguing that his ignorance
He's
of
getting
Korean
rougher and
culture
rougher.
led him
Have
to
you
attack
noticed that?
shopkeepers.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to attack shopkeepers in America. The worst thing about it is that in some places he's not wrong.
In
Yeah, you
America
get
to
shot.
throw ramen at
Ridiculous.
people, to curse, to disrupt business. Actually, no, it's not. A lot of those things would also be criminal in the United States, RKI, right? A lot of those behaviors, even in the U.S., wouldn't be okay.
Johnny
You're trying to say
fucking
that's
Somali.
Korean culture. The judge
What a
did
retard.
not like that
Yep.
at all. He also claimed that Youngman doesn't want punishment, but it doesn't matter that Youngman doesn't want punishment. It's up to the prosecutors to determine whether to bring that forward or not.
Why would
And
they punish her? She's the one that's having it happen to her.
last he attacked
It's retarded.
Bong Bong, you see how much he focused on this is unfair. Well, this argument, as I've
Yes.
said from the beginning of this case, is a loser in any country when it comes to criminal defense. You cannot say I should be innocent because you didn't charge this other person who did the same thing. It's
This
just
is
But
like
it's
I was
not
this-
against
this
the law
being-
where I live.
Hey,
Yeah,
Wait,
right, okay.
sorry.
Everybody knows
Hold
this.
on.
you didn't give that guy
Yeah.
a speeding ticket, therefore you
So
kicked.
this guy committed a crime outside of the U.S.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
in
in Korea.
South Korea.
In Korea. Oh, you fucking dumb bitch.
Yeah.
All right, so no, that's annoying as shit because
He went
that's the
around
whole
telling
fucking-
people that the Japanese loved them as their comfort women, and then he told them that he was friends with the North Korean president. He was going to have them come down here and kill them all.
Yeah.
And then he was fucking with these people on a fucking bus, tweaking on them and smacking them and shit. He was just a little asshole.
And then he was running around with a sword.
yeah,
and
I
this-
forgot about that.
And then this North Korean soldier guy confronted
South
him.
Korean soldier,
Oh,
South Korean
yeah,
Marine.
Yeah, South Korean Marine. Yeah,
I've got all
confronted
their
him.
gear.
Yeah, and he beat the living fuck out of him.
Shit out of
man.
them.
Yeah, he nearly killed him. And then everybody was mad because the South Korean soldier guy was getting like
Charged, and then they dropped them.
yeah, they dropped just but that guy, I mean, he was also running around with like bad fish or something and
Oh yeah, the rotten fish thing. I forgot about that.
yeah, and he was literally throwing it at people's backs and stuff. And they're like, "What the fuck?" I mean, he's done a lot of shit over there, man.
Juvenile retarded shit. They don't play that over there in Asia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man.
Well,
Very
they-
respectful people.
When I was over there, they were telling me that they said like, even if you just do the slightest thing, like if you jaywalk, you have to pay the ticket because if you go to the airport and try to leave, they'll arrest you if you don't pay the ticket. That's just like a minor ticket thing too. they'll actually arrest me for trying to leave the country. And I got Singapore passport, man. That thing is like a free pass to go fucking anywhere. They didn't even stop my fucking ass. Be like,
Well,
hey,
that's because they know Singapore's high fucking. They don't fuck around there, so that means that their shit's legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
So if you come out of there, you got to have good class, or they would have fucking racked you
well,
already.
yeah, in Singapore, if you have gum, you get caned.
Yeah,
Just fucking gum.
caning.
Yep, beat you.
Give
I
me a
love
speed.
that.
It simply doesn't work anywhere on Earth, and him trying to use
It's an argument that's like it's an argument made by a person with the mind of a child.
this here was always a loser strategy, and the fact that he played it out is actually full comedy. And
he's a
once
retard.
again, saying he's only really sorry for these consequences of his actions, right?
Yes.
And no knowledge. Ignorance of the law is not a defense,
No, it's not.
particularly in
Nope.
this case when he was on a spree. Continuing, the judge visibly reacted and gave side eye. This is something that was perceived by the Somali Conviction Court. The judge is normally very serious, very straight-laced,
Oh,
no nonsense,
no.
but he had an actual physical reaction when RKI tried to blame ignorance of Korean
Man.
culture, and when he started to attack Bong Bong.
Who's
and
RKI? That's Johnny Somali's full name.
lie that she should be punished. That did not go well with anybody in the room. The
Big
prosecutors,
surprise.
the judge, they were not having
Who would've
that,
guessed?
not entertained by that. This argument that the law is unfair and the police didn't do anything about Bong Bong and that they received different punishments, that did not work at all.
No.
No one in the court thought that apology was sincere, and nobody was buying that argument. So what did the prosecution drop? Well, they dropped their sentencing recommendation, and it is insane. The prosecution suggested 3 years in prison with labor. Yes.
Oh, sex offender registration. Holy
Good. And a
fuck.
fine of 150,000.
Man, it's finally happening. See, I've been asking for this for a while, and South Korea is doing it.
Is his family rich
See, this is
or
what we
something?
need
Are
to
they
do.
got
We gotta
stealing
do the same
Somali
thing.
money?
Probably.
Ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen, labor. A fine of 150,000 Korean won, which
Yeah,
is the maximum. If they could give more, they probably would give more. And sex offender registration. That is a
Wow.
bombshell. One of the biggest bombshells
Holy
today
3
is
years
sex
shit.
offender registration.
This
The
doesn't
court
include
is
the
very
deepfake
likely
charges?
to adopt the prosecution's recommendation.
Oh my
Or
God.
only give a little bit below.
His phones
so
are
2 to
gone,
3 years,
too.
very reasonable to say. You know, they recommended 3, maybe they give 2. Very reasonable to predict that.
Yeah,
the
sure.
fine registration. That's the very, very likely ruling that's going to come up during sentencing, which will be the next hearing.
Forced labor, you love this shit? See, this is, yeah, I told y'all, like, this is the way you handle these people. You do.
His 2 smartphones are also forfeited. He is not going to get those back.
He lost his
and
phone.
as part of
That's what
being
you
a
get.
registered sex offender, his labor will only be with other prisoners, right? So,
Cabbage
likely he is going to
picking.
get factory labor
All
job or prison
right.
toilets because he is not going to be allowed as a sex offender in Korea to interact with normal people. And that is
Holy
probably the
Oh,
best
shit.
human beings in
He's gonna
Korea.
be
So
locked
he
up
can't
with
even
other
pick
sex
cabbages?
offenders. He's gonna
It
get
says
raped.
cabbage picking outside, maybe off the table.
You know that?
No.
Wow,
You
I
can't
didn't
even pick
know this.
cabbages.
This is-
I have
wow.
to interact with Ramsey
Oh,
Quid
wow.
Ismail, Johnny Somali. So cabbage picking, unfortunately,
He's
I know
digging it.
our lovely,
No
lovely,
cabbages
lovely
for
cabbage
you.
plushie here coming soon.
God.
But cabbage,
So if this fucking if by some miracle he gets free and he's in South Korea, if he speaks to one person, he could go to prison.
Back again.
Yeah, just for speaking to I don't even know how they got the sex offender charge because I don't
Because
remember.
he did the fucking AI simulation of him sex with those 2 girls, and then
Oh.
he showed it live.
Oh, the
If he wouldn't have
deepfake.
showed it to anybody, he would have been all right. Then I think he also sent it to somebody, so that's another fucking crime.
Oh my God,
Fucking idiot.
Jesus.
picking may be
Why the
too good
fuck
for
would
him, because
what
that
kind
would
of person would
actually
even
involve
do
him working
that?
with other
Make an AI video of them having sex with somebody they know? That is
I
creepy as
don't know.
fuck.
Fuck.
people.
You can't
They're
have that
also
happen.
required to make a public disclosure.
He
let everybody
belongs
know
in a
about his
box.
sex offender status and also put him on a mandatory
Wow.
sex offender treatment. So that's all part of the recommendation there.
Jesus, bro, this guy's getting wrecked.
So also, as a registered Korean sex offender, RKI, and this is the U.S. law where I
Yeah.
come in, may be required to register as a U.S. sex offender under federal law.
Because if he's from another
Now,
country,
this
right?
is interesting
He's
because
fucking even
convictions under
comes
the laws
here.
of any foreign country
Oh my God.
I'll require you to register as long as that conviction was fair and had due process.
Yeah, sure.
South Korea meets this standard. He went through a lot of due process. This is considered fair by U.S. law, so South Korea is considered a fair country. It's not North Korea. It's not some sort of other
Kangaroo
country like
court.
Cuba or
Yeah.
something like that that's going to have unfair political laws, etc. Because South Korea would meet
Yep.
that standard. So
Dude, imagine being such a retard you can't even pick cabbages. Like, I mean, really. Think about how bad you have to be for that.
Put the fries in the
You're not
bag.
even allowed to pick a cabbage.
he's required to register upon 3 days of entering the U.S.
Jesus.
So he must register in any U.S. jurisdiction where he resides, works, or attends school. Failure to register in the U.S. can carry a 10-year jail sentence. So that is
Holy
waiting for him
fuck.
after he gets out of jail in South Korea.
So it could be even
Jesus,
worse.
You
Massive,
fucking
massive
idiot.
Oh, I
W.
love this.
The next
He
trial date
wrecked
is
his
sentencing
life.
set for April 15,
So
2026.
he's got
man.
2 more months. He's got to deal with this.
How
And now
old
this
is
is
he?
very funny.
Oh,
the
God.
judge asked him, "Hey, do you want to be sentenced quickly?" And Johnny Somali said, "Yes, I would like to be sentenced
Uh-huh.
quickly." And essentially ignored
And
his
they
wish
said
in a
April
little
15.
FU to Somali. Ignored that and normal
Do you
procedure.
want it? Okay, well, you're not
Man.
going to get it.
which is setting the sentencing 2 weeks after closing arguments.
Yeah.
These were closing arguments. 2 weeks after would still be this
April
would be
15th,
early March or
tax
mid-March.
day.
No, we're going to put it in April 15th. So they set it for 2 months instead. So even on the way out, it looks bad for Johnny Somali. This
They're
is a
tired of
total
his ass,
loss
man.
for Cabbage Boy. I want to know what you guys
Cabbage
think in the
Boy.
comments below, and I'll catch you on the next.
Cabbage Boy.
Oh my fucking god, this is beautiful. I
He
can't
looks
believe this even
retarded.
happened. I mean, really, like,
Boy, like that's even worse than I thought, because I knew that he he was going to get the 3 years in the labor camp, but I didn't know anything about the sex offender shit, man. Like
Oh, yeah.
that is
Well,
That
dude,
is
this
fucked.
is the thing, man. And I've always said this. This is what happens. You go to a fucking foreign country and you expect the same fucking laws from your own. No, motherfucker.
Yep.
You are a guest.
There's a book. It's called The Ugly American about people doing that. And fucking he paid that one girl off not to charge him, and he's too stupid to know that the government takes it over. You know what I mean? And she probably knew it when she took his money. She's like, "Yeah, I'll take your money and drop the charges."
this will give you a good laugh.
Alfred, did you know? Know what exactly, sir? I said, did you know?
I'm so sorry, Bruce.
They're all on it.
So
Oh my
goddamn
god.
God.
That was pretty fucking good, man.
Oh, yeah, that's
That
good,
reminds me
man.
of Frank Miller. Have you seen his art that he's doing now?
Oh, I haven't
No.
fucking.
It looks
kept
like a
up to date
retard's
what's going
doing it.
on.
I got a clip somewhere. I'll show
Yeah,
you.
I
Alright.
never liked Frank Miller's art to begin with, to tell you the truth.
Oh, now it's sad. It looks like a fucking retard's doing it.
Probably just fucking phoning it in now. They
Well,
just
he's 90
hire
years
the
old,
name.
87 or some shit.
Fucking
we-
Christ.
Here we
He's
go.
running out of gas.
Adventures in retardation.
Okay. Lads, we're... Oh, fuck.
We have blue lock screensaver.
Was that my seed phrase? The fuck? Where the fuck is my foie at? All the
Fuck, I
fucking
thought I
fog
was
is out
bad
of my
with my
wallet right
tabs.
now. All the shoggoth.
All this
If you
what?
don't understand what happened is when he showed that anime screen, it brought up all his crypto username and passwords.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
And he didn't realize it, and now he's starting to figure it out.
You better change all your passwords.
Well, that's not gonna help.
That didn't solve anything.
Oh my fucking god, bro. What's happened? Dude, chill.
It's like my brother trying to calm me down when I'm raging out.
Oh, they took all his shit?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Fuck,
quick?
that was quick,
see?
man. Oh, you idiot. Yeah, I gotta be a little bit more Cthulhu, careful. Cthulhu warned me about something I showed a fuck about a week or so ago.
I don't have none on my computer
I
that I
don't
gotta worry
think
about
it's
like
fake,
that.
Coin. But if you have something that's fake, you can show it. I'll play it. But I don't think that was fake.
That'd be
mean-
Yeah,
funny.
because look, he's got McCafferty up. And they're dogs, man.
That's fucking
Let's see
hilarious.
here.
Fucking retard.
Shep sent me this earlier. This is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. They're burning the American flag. I love it when they burn themselves when they're burning the American
Stupid
flag.
fuck.
Oh, what an idiot.
Drop and roll. He's so stupid he's still on fire and you don't know it.
We got a fat ass.
You gotta be careful in Oregon, where people light themselves on fire because they're fucking stupid.
Hey, with
That's what you get.
Day being
That's what
tomorrow,
you get.
and some of my women, friends, and neighbors out here.
Oh, what an idiot.
Smelly fuck.
We're gonna go dance while I fucking burn.
Can you imagine what that would have smelled like with him burning that fat, smelly fuck? He hasn't washed in a week.
Oh God. All right, I know you guys are going to be excited for this movie. I showed this to a certain Singaporean who got very angry.
Okay.
Have you ever suffered the injustice of being a person of color in this world?
Oh, how
Have you
dare
ever
you!
had someone tell you how impressed they are, how well you speak English without an accent?
你为什么老是化这么浓的妆啊？
Speak English, Mom.
Or are you just tired of the way white folks look at you? If you can't beat them, be them.
Oh, this makes her very mad.
Hi, my loves. I have some sad news. I'm not gonna run for prom queen.
Ugh, gag.
You think Olivia's racist and stupid, so help me beat her for prom queen. I have a whole plan. Vote for me. Vote for me.
你的头发怎么啦？本来的黑头发不是很好看吗？
I've decided I'm gonna endorse one girl for prom queen. Someone we all want to be, irregardless of prejudice. I can see your black roots. Ew.
Mean Girls.
Well, watch this shit, man.
Hello?
This is fucked
Don't be
up.
shy.
I'm
What
so
is this
gonna
place?
review this.
We help you reach your true potential.
I'm feeling this movie's gonna make me angry.
Welcome to
Hell yeah.
ethnic
Oh, it made
Modification.
somebody very angry.
3.
I fucking hate white women.
This is my favorite part. How are you feeling?
It's good to be white.
That's
I'm gonna
her.
spit out my fucking beer.
That's it.
Look at her though. She's
你为
passing.
什么要这么做？
I just
grandma
gave
would be
myself
proud
an
of her.
upgrade. Finally be
You
treated the
passed.
same as everybody else.
Look at what you've done to yourself. What happened?
Hey, I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy.
Oh, she's
For a
falling
new
apart.
plant to grow the seed.
This is a common side effect. This is a common side effect. This is a common side effect.
Joe, how wonderful is it to be white? Do yourself a favor. Get tickets to a Michael Bublé concert. That experience as a white person will change.
Cornbread says it looks fun.
No, this is a real movie.
God damn, I can't wait to see this.
I'm so gonna. I've been checking to see if it's on that. You know what?
I think you're gonna have to. It's either gonna go direct to fucking
That'll
Mark.
be direct. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
way that's gonna be. At
I
the
don't think that'll last in the theater in one day, man.
Fuck. I know would want to see it.
Slanted pussy.
I used to say it when I was little that the yellow ones were slanted.
You like that, Rebels? You want to go watch that?
Fuck yeah. Made your girl mad though, huh?
Oh, I
don't want to be white. You want to be Asian.
Not. Let's just say they did not like that at all.
See why?
Didn't she say though? I don't want to be white. You want to be Asian.
Yeah, I said a better movie would be to make the white girl Asian. That's what they should have done. They got it backwards. Like they need to make her turn into like, you know, Kiara, that chick.
You
on
have to
the
lose
game.
all that weight that these fat bitches are lugging around now.
I don't know, man. Let's see what this is. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a real one, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get the money. You got to get the Bugatti. You got to get the girls.
You got to get the bag. You got to get the bag. You gotta get the bag. Real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real one, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get the money. You got to get the Bugatti. You got to get the girls.
You got to get the bag. You got to get the bag. You got to get the bag. Real
Fucking
recognize real. You know
Zetterborg.
what I'm saying? If you're a real one, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get the money. You got to get the Bugatti. You got to get the girls.
You got to.
Look at Zuckerberg.
He looks beat.
He's like, don't throw me in jail. Look at these
He ought to be.
bitches. These bitches are like, who are these players?
I fuck him.
Oh man.
You know.
I guess I'll get on to the main thing here.
Oh, there's a main thing?
This is for you, Ant. You're missing out. This is what you get.
Oh, I've seen this. This is about the Jews in New York.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is insane to me.
In a lot of other places based on your videos.
You don't own this place. You don't own America.
No, you should move on. Nobody wants you here. Please move out.
Discovered that anti-Semitism is lucrative, huh?
So Kat obviously thought that we should pay for their money, so why don't you move to a different
This is
country?
the guy who went to India and did the Diwali thing.
Yeah, the guy that was running around.
You know, he got kicked off of YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
YouTube
Because of
gentlemen, I
this.
saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not
Fair
to
enough.
come back.
Amazing.
If you come back, it'll be a
Trespass or
trespassing.
what? So you say anti-Semitism, I say anti-Goyism.
The Jewish community is extremely racist.
You have a group of people
They got
call
that right.
themselves God's
Hey, they got
people.
the
You
hockey
are a
puck
Semite
hat.
supremacist.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have
Next
12
show, we
kids?
need to show
He
this
pays
to
for it.
Ant.
You're arguing that I should pay for your kids.
I'm arguing that the government said.
That's our money.
The next show you do, or if Ant, we need to show him this.
What are you doing? Should I call the cops on you? Look at that.
Well, look at
We
these
may be in a corrupt
motherfuckers.
hellhole. So what am I being pulled over for?
We got a call.
Keep your hands on the steering wheel when you do so.
This is Lakewood, New Jersey, home to one of the largest and fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in
They all have
America,
12
having
kids.
anywhere from 6 to 10 kids per family, causing the community's rapid growth to spill into the neighboring towns of Jackson, Toms River, Brick, and Howell, causing non-Jewish residents to fear that their town will soon be turned into Little Jerusalem, just like Lakewood.
The tactics within this community, I would liken it to organized crime.
You are the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016. How did you get a relationship with the White House? Who in the White House?
I think I don't want to say.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest. The powers out here are pretty immense.
It's not about Jackson. Jackson is a test case. If it isn't squashed soon, is going to take over the entire country.
It's already a problem in all the surrounding towns. You have billionaires.
It's like I
from
told you, the
Lakewood
Jews
being
and the
involved,
Muslims are
people
trying to get us to
connected
pick a
the
side.
President of the United States.
We got to get
In
them
New
all
Jersey,
the fuck out of
is
here.
there room for a two-state solution?
Not in our country.
There's clearly not. I think it's going to be a fight.
I ride around Lakewood. There are near Lakewood, outside of Lakewood, and all these towns around Lakewood. There are housing developments. Where Goyim live, there are no Yidden there yet. But all these housing developments, someone who they could turn it around. We saw what happened in Lakewood itself. There are a lot of other opportunities.
Maybe
if
the
people want to take that jump and become a shtickle pioneer.
As the Orthodox Jewish community consolidated political power in Lakewood, taking majority control of the Township Committee, Planning Board, Zoning Board, and School Board, financially depleting the public school system for non-Jewish kids, overwhelming local infrastructure, and turning a once quiet town into a densely populated, over-trafficked Jewish enclave prioritizing Jews over non-Jews. Before I investigate the Jewish...
Okay, I just came up with the best idea for a reality show. If we could make this show, it would be historical. We take
Ant go live there?
Yes, we have Ant live here, and we just film everything what happens. Just like real world. We don't interfere. We just film him.
Can you imagine the shit he'd be saying to him? Fuck, we could do it for just a week. It would be a hit. You know that?
Takeover of Lakewood and of the nearby town of Jackson. I first want to visit
this
the
guy's a
town where the
bitch.
blueprint was born.
Ant would go back
Muncie,
at him.
New
You know
York.
that?
Someone like David Badner saw the opportunity a few
You
years
got
ago.
with his hat on
He
and
bought
shit.
several 50 to 100 houses in
Yeah,
Muncie.
they're all Orthodox.
I believe that
They would
he
think he's one of
single-handedly,
them
in a
at
certain
first.
way, turned around Muncie. These are opportunities that come up every once in a while, and someone has to step up to the plate.
Miller News. Thanks for meeting up on such short notice, man.
Local Goy reporter.
No, we here. We outside. We outside.
When did you notice Muncie begin to form as a Hasidic Jewish enclave?
I would say 20 years ago, I saw the first start of it, and then every year it
Oh
just
my
started
God.
to grow
Rebel.
exponentially.
They're such pieces of
Hey,
It's
me. How are you? Stop what?
They on Tyler. Yo, they on Tyler. ass.
But the Jews here were not happy to see me after I asked how they afford 7 to 10 kids on a single income and if they were on welfare in Kiryas Joel. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are
18
proud to
kids?
do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
The
How do you
average is
afford to
12.
study the Torah, though?
God help me.
Does the American taxpayer help you too?
Also, yes.
How do people afford to have such big families out here?
These retard fucks.
Are you Tyler?
Oh, but
I'm
the
Tyler.
Goyim can't have kids. We can't afford them, and while you're fucking, this is disgusting.
How did I spread anti-Semitism? That's crazy you said that. Life circumstance, different culture.
Questioning their rude
So this is their way
behavior
of,
and their criminal acts is
Like, listen,
fucking anti-Semitism.
I know you're frustrated about
Fuck
what, some of
them.
the things we focused on. Is that kind of what I'm getting at? Sure. So give me some examples of how things were misconstrued. Yeah, what did I get that was wrong?
So
You
it's not
European
necessarily
bitch.
misconstrued. Well, it is misconstrued. There's a lot of it that's you'll cut a lot of it, cut out different words, make it sound a lot worse than it is. There's a lot of people here that are on welfare. A lot of people are in Section 8. A lot of people that are on a bunch of different WIC, food stamps, stuff like that.
Sure.
If you go to any low-income communities, you're going to see that. They're all going to be on the different welfares.
Okay, so they were on welfare.
Yeah,
Okay.
no bit of denying that.
You
But again, it's
bitch.
the way you say
Where
it.
are you
it's the way
coming on
twist it,
hard
you-
then
How did I
for, you
twist it?
fucking
It's
bitch?
the wrong
I'm
word.
just trying to understand where you're coming from.
Growing up in an extremely... Dude, go.
Ah, the insufferable hug.
These fucking assholes. They're no better than Somalis. You know
Say I
that?
misrepresent, and then they do
Yeah, this is the Jewish version of that Somali.
Well, they got to go too. Fuck them.
that. Like, come on.
I'm not saying they're all good people. It's like I said, wherever you go, it's going to be the idiots. There's always going to be the assholes wherever you go.
I totally get it.
They don't want to assimilate. Get the fuck out of here, you fuck. You don't get to make your own fucking place. We can't. There was a white state, you know how they'd all act?
Oh yeah, how dare you?
Or only Native Americans are allowed here? That's bullshit.
You know what's eventually going to happen is if this continues, they're going to go after the Amish and say, oh, look at all these white people. This is so racist. And
That's probably why they're doing it, so that they can fucking do that. Because that's bullshit. The Amish haven't bothered anybody.
Nope.
You know that?
Yep.
And fuck that. How dare them to try?
Headline did wrote welfare addicted Jews.
What is your frustration? I'm curious. Welfare dependent, welfare reliant, welfare addicted. What's the difference? Tell me. They need it to survive, and without it, they die. What is the difference?
It's addictive to bait click. That's an addiction.
That's an addiction?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you addicted to being a victim or what?
No.
The Goyim were
Is there a
grateful
monster
someone
truck
was
coming?
finally bringing up their town's issues.
Montserrat, I show you. They take all my money, these people.
You think they take the money?
Of course, man.
Bienvenidos a Monsiland con mi amigo. All right, see you, bro. How do you like living here as a non-Jew?
So-so. Well, I don't
What do you
like
mean
the
by
area.
so-so?
Because they're acidics.
Do they treat you as one of them? Like,
No,
are you guys
no.
on the same page?
No. They don't bother me because I don't deal with them.
Okay. Do you think there is large-scale welfare fraud out here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a lot. They get away with everything. They get the Section 8, they
Yep.
get everything. The free housing and, you know.
Do you think most people work out here in the Hasidic community?
No.
No? How do they afford their bills?
I wish I knew I would do the same thing.
Fuck,
too.
you have 18 kids, man.
And how
Because they don't
how
give
do
a
you like
fuck.
it out here? I gotta ask
No
you that. It's the
shame.
most important question.
I don't want to talk about it.
The driving is crazy.
Okay.
You got a stop sign over there, they don't even stop. They just pass. You know, that's why so much traffic and accidents, and it's crazy.
You saw the Curious Joel video. Why was that video good?
That video was good because I've been in East Ramapo for as long as I remember. I also went to Spring Valley High School. I've been in the school system, and we've definitely seen a lot of things, especially since our school board was majority private school owners, mainly Jewish white men, and most of our
How you
school
doing?
was not Jewish, and they had control over our
That
public
guy
school
in the
system
back,
over
he's,
like the
getting ready
past
to
10
beat him
years,
out with a
purposely
bat.
voting no
what
on
the
our school budget
fuck?
vote, so that way we would fail, and we lost about 3-2 schools.
I wonder why they feel
Basically, through
threatened,
block
because they're all
voting,
criminal
Orthodox Jews won enough seats to control the East Ramapo School Board and went on to eliminate hundreds of public school positions like teachers and social workers, while approving millions of taxpayer dollars to be spent on their children's religious private schools, ultimately gutting the public
Wow.
school system for the estimated 9,000 black and brown public school students, while diverting that money to their private religious schools.
They give us food that's rotten and it's cold and it hurts our stomach.
I ask you, do not take our music program away. I love playing an instrument. My brother would be crushed.
And the budget cuts were so devastating that in one instance, an elementary school shut down, and the majority Jewish school board then voted to sell it to a Jewish yeshiva for pennies on
God
the dollar.
damn, these
Basically,
people
the
have no
poorest,
shame.
most vulnerable kids in these communities had their schools gutted and looted, all by a majority Jewish school board whose kids didn't even attend public school.
We believe that some of the
Hey,
decisions that have been made
Rothschild.
by the board have not been in the best interest of the public school community.
You don't like it, find yourself another place to live.
How was your education?
My education, it was decent, but it definitely could have been better if we had the resources that we were allowed to have. But again, for the past 10, 15 years or so, people have been purposely voting no on our school budget vote, so that way we had no funding and money for our school. And, you know, that was done purposely.
And who was voting no?
Majority, the Jewish community. You, like, drive around here, you'll literally see signs saying vote no for a school budget, which I think is crazy. Luckily, we were able to get a ward system to be able to get 3 seats for, you know, the wards, but if it wasn't for that, we still would be majority white Jewish men voting for public school students that they don't care about. Yeah, and they purposely go out their way to isolate us. We're basically isolated to the point where we feel like this isn't our home.
A lot of people like to say they're ducking taxes and all that. There's truth and lies to that, but I could only tell you that I've only seen the bad part. The bad part is I've seen houses get broken down. I've seen certain spaces, buildings get destroyed for let's just say for more kosher customs, you feel me? So
I want to thank you for showing our community. I don't believe in hiding. I believe we have a tremendous amount to be proud of, and like every community, we're different. We have our goods. Other communities have their positives.
Tell me about what are some of the best things about this community then.
Tonight at sundown, we shut our phones, we shut our cars, we go to shul. The most beautiful part of our religion, do you understand
what
that
a creepy
Orthodox Jews
motherfucker.
can be anywhere? The sun is coming down, and it's the last opportunity to pray what's called mincha, which is afternoon services. They could be in the most important meetings and they'll go pray. And they could care less about anything happening. The same thing's with Shabbos. We come home, our families are waiting. We sing Shalom Aleichem. We welcome in the Shabbos, and you'll say back Aleichem Shalom, right?
Could they feed 10 kids
Yes.
without those programs?
I am one of 10 children.
You're
My
driving
father-
a G-Wagon, bro.
My father was never on any welfare. I used to reuse sandwich bags to save my father a penny.
That's great for you.
You're not welcome here, and you're not welcome in a lot of other places based on your video.
What about me, though?
I love you, man.
Ah!
You are funny.
You don't own this place. You don't own America. I can do whatever I want.
Whatever you
So
want.
Get in your G-Wagon, get to work.
You're not trying to bring people together. You never did, you never will. It's who
Oh,
you are.
go
Somebody
fuck
hurt you just like,
yourself.
and I'm sorry.
Crybaby
was
Jew
right.
bitch.
I
Someone
hate
did
that. You
hurt
In
know,
a
can't
G-Wagon.
Whoever told
Yeah.
my sponsors to
No,
pull
of
out
course.
after
Sorry.
making...
No,
do you-
this is
look at
the
these
thing.
retards.
This is the problem with people. That one is generally a retard. It's got downs. Look at the eyes.
Hey, George.
Look at this. Fuck unity. If someone doesn't like someone, get the fuck away from them.
Yep.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, that
Fuck
guy
these
in
people
yeah.
and their religions and their race and their
Yep.
fucking mockery of society. Fuck.
That guy in the van was talking like he was the fucking president there or something. You know, like, oh,
Maybe
you're
his
not
dad's the
wanted
mayor
here.
or some shit.
Oh, you think that's the mayor? Maybe that could be. I mean, he was talking like he had power or something. All right.
One video exploring a community of welfare-addicted Jews. If you want to help me avoid ending up on welfare too, and get access to all of these videos early, and watch on at frustrated Orthodox Jewish communities in America, where a similar Jewish takeover has taken place, leading to the gutting of the public school system, all while turning a predominantly working-class Irish and Italian town into Little Jerusalem.
I'm trying to
Little
merge
Jerusalem.
again to see if there's any way that we could actually be one community. Because as you can tell, it's 2 separate communities. Look around. You will not see a non-Jewish resident here.
We got the Yiddish bus.
This is really all Jewish stores.
Sure.
Now, that pizza place, it's going to be kosher pizza, probably.
A lot of these signs are written in Yiddish, and everything's insulated. Basically, you
Wow,
come here to this plaza,
crazy.
get everything you need. Quite convenient,
fuck?
quite nice.
Now, everyone
would
can
lose his
shop
mind
here.
there.
Of course, we could go in and they'll be friendly.
That's what I mean.
But
We should
everything's
spend
going
We gotta
towards
do
one
this.
community.
But
Yeah.
is it always this way? This part here, is this newly developed in the last?
Oh yeah, so this used to be a concrete yard.
That's where his next vacation's
So
going to be.
We're almost where we're standing.
I feel
used to
like I
have
went
rows
to hell.
of concrete trucks.
Sure.
What the
It's bustling.
fuck?
It's busy.
There ain't no
This place was
prostitutes
packed
here.
with Jews buying groceries for Shabbos. But
Oh,
keep
there
in
are,
mind,
trust me.
Goyim are fully allowed to come in here and shop whenever they please.
They're very friendly. I don't think anybody's going to be nasty to us. Is a lot of the fear bullshit warranted? Definitely not. Definitely not. But I do think they don't feel comfortable enough to do it.
But it's important to understand the bigger picture here. As kosher stores move in, more Jews move here too, creating a positive feedback loop where a town rapidly becomes a Jewish hub, ultimately changing the character and identity identity of a town, and in Lakewood's case, overwhelming the infrastructure. Before we explore the many implications of life for Goyim as towns like Lakewood become increasingly Jewish, I want you to understand how quickly the word anti-Semitism gets weaponized in real time out here.
Tyler, it seems like you discovered that anti-Semitism is lucrative, no?
Why do you think anything that you don't like to see is anti-Semitism? What have I said that's anti-Semitic? Go.
When you talk about people accepting government money, and the overlay is a bunch of pictures of fraud, you're trying to twist it to make it look like we're doing fraud.
There were welfare programs that were defrauded by Jews. What did I say that was a lie?
There are
Go.
welfare programs that are defrauded by
Yes, and I made a Minneapolis video as well. I've made several videos. Why are you being so sensitive?
What you're trying to make it sound is like anyone who accepts government money in the Jewish community is doing fraud.
That's your interpretation.
What you're doing is dangerous.
How is this dangerous? Why should you be treated like a protected group? You're asking for special privileges.
No, we're not. We're asking just to be fair, and you're not being fair.
I am being fair.
This is going to make you a lot of money, and it's going to gin up a lot of hatred towards the community that's seeing a rise in anti-Semitism that hasn't been seen in years. Every single day, our lives are at risk, and this is going to lead to more.
How about a simulator in our country,
got pulled out of the
bitch?
video once they learned the topic of that video. I lost the sponsorship. How is that lucrative? Tell me. So you say anti-Semitism, I say anti-Goy.
You know what's bullshit about this whole thing is all of those signs are in Hebrew or whatever the fuck. There's nothing in English. I mean, it's like you're in Israel. It's like if they just moved.
I thought there's
Israel.
a law that's all got to be in English. Didn't Trump make that law?
Yeah, I thought he did. Like that. You
Yeah, well,
have to,
fuck him too. I'm tired of his bullshit.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucked.
Listen, man, you got a kid in the car. I just noticed. Drive your kid home. Get your groceries. You're gonna honk that. Let's go. Let's get
You're arguing with the United States because the president obviously thought that we should pay for their money, so why don't you move to a different country?
Why don't you move back to Israel then if there's so much anti-Semitism, right? Like that guy said, why doesn't he go to Israel?
We are giving back. So
welfare is a good idea. It's sweet, right? At what point is it
What
too
the
far?
fuck
The
are
Sisters
you
of program
giving
designed to help
back?
single moms after they get divorced and keep the kid from starving.
I also disagree with you that someone doesn't have a right to have a child.
I think you should have a child if you can afford it, right?
Interrupt real quick.
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay. You two gentlemen, I saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not to come back. If you come back, it'll be a trespassing charge. You're trespassing.
If you don't
like the
fucking
cops,
you think that government welfare is stupid or whatever.
I would like to change the laws. Just like you would like to create anti-Semitism protection laws that give you guys protected classes and protection against anti-Semitism, whatever that means, right? So why don't you go back to Israel? That would be my question.
Because I like it here.
Same here. I like it here, but I like to make some changes. We can both agree on that, right?
If the people are moving.
God bless you. There we go. He loves us.
I know.
You guys have group chats with me. You guys say, beware of this guy like I'm like Hitler or something. I'm like, come on, dude. I'm a nice guy. I talk to everyone.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have 12 kids?
He pays for them.
Your story point over here is that people can't have children if they can't afford them. You, as a society, are.
Yeah, that dude said he
Look
had
at this creepy fuck.
That dude said he
Retard.
had 18 kids, man. Can you imagine?
Yeah, look at how they all get. They all get retarded.
It's literally a fucking school. 18 fucking kids.
Born from people who started with two people. Two. Okay? Adam and Eve. That's it. You want to go with the Big Bang, but it started at some point. There was two people. And now there's billions. And there's
Oh my
trillions
God.
This guy's retarded physically.
Rebels.
Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. Did they have a government?
We live in a government that decides that if you have children, we're going to help you. And everyone does their part.
You should not have more kids than you can afford. You're arguing that I should pay for your kids. That's what you're arguing.
Exactly.
I'm not arguing that I don't have kids.
You are.
I'm arguing that the government said.
No, that's our money. I pay taxes. I shouldn't be funding your
And you elected
kids.
Donald
Should
Trump.
not be funding your kids. You don't pay for my kids. Fuck, I could do this all day. Why don't you go?
No, you should go because you're stopping traffic. Guys, let's go. Move on.
He's stopping traffic, not me.
Yeah, right. No, you should move on. Nobody wants you here. Please move out.
He was saying, Tyler, he loves me.
So
man.
we're not allowed
here?
Go. You want to go to the corner?
Where? Over there? Let's go move. Let's go.
You know, I know what you did in the video, and we all saw it, and we still see it. But it's like,
what did I get wrong?
Nobody can cross the government. The government knows everything. The United States federal government.
3,000 years ago, this
No,
was
it's
all
not true. But
promised
if you
to
feel
them.
that you live in a country that is corrupt,
You
why are you
fat
still living here?
fuck.
Well, not everyone has options.
Look how
I can give you a list
smelly
of
he
15, 20
looks.
countries off the bat. You can live in.
Regardless, let's say America is corrupt.
The chosen are so lazy and entitled.
There is. What are you talking
You're
about?
not
Let's not be
chosen
If it
for
would be corruption,
fuck.
the FBI would
That's
not
the
come here
whole
first than
thing.
any other location in the world.
Jesus said
Come on,
that
that's
they
not true.
didn't
Well, I read
choose
them
him,
in Minnesota.
so they're
People are
not.
not from Connecticut.
Trump is in
I
Minnesota.
don't know what
And listen, you
bullshit
can
they're
attack
playing.
Yeah.
them as much as you want. What they did, that's
Christ
big
is
numbers,
king,
man.
not
Both
the
your schools had
Jew.
money laundering. You had people,
Fucking
yes,
fuck.
45
They
states.
worship
BMG
money.
had people that were
You
charged
know
with money
that?
laundering, and so did
Yeah.
the school for
Cocksuckers.
special
As of
bills.
when? As of when?
2019, 2018, 2017. Look it up. It's all over
I
Google.
don't look it up. You gotta show it to me.
Come
because
on.
95% of people in this vicinity between this 4 or 5 zip codes work very hard.
Yep.
So if you want to go and dig in a place like
Work
I
at
don't know,
scamming
the same
us,
capital
you
you're gonna find. in this
bitches.
small
I
percentage,
You
don't-
make me want to dig now. You're making me want to look.
you already did.
I have yet to see a single person working in this town.
They don't.
I just see a bunch of Jews running around cold. That's
And
all I
have
see.
Nagoyism serve them. You know that? That's who
Man,
does
you're
all the
digging already
work.
I'm at Whole
for
Foods.
4
What are you
months.
talking about? 4
What do
months?
you mean? Go break your head. You can keep on breaking your head.
I will break my head.
No
Yeah.
problem. Eventually, when you break your head too
Let's hear it.
much, you end up digging water. When you dig water, there's nothing under it.
You were in Jackson, which is really like a continuation of Lakewood. And by the way, I don't know if you know how I toppled the government there. They had all these anti-Semitic laws. It was crazy. I had 2 conversations with the White House, and eventually DOJ got involved. But anyway, so
Fuck you and the White
are
House,
you already
you
doing
bitch.
your Lakewood thing?
I'm here with Dr. Richard Roberts. You sold a pharmaceutical company for $800 million. You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016.
Yes.
And you reached out to me. Why did you reach out to me?
What'd I tell you?
Because you posted that. First of all, you did your video at Curious Yoel in New York. And
Look at this
got a lot of Orthodox
motherfucker.
Jews very,
You
very
would last
upset.
5 minutes out in the woods, you
But towards the end of the
bitch.
video, you saw the altruism in the community, and you seem to respect that. And since I could see that you seem to me to have a sincere desire to actually get the real facts, because if you were
we
just
lost
against
George.
us, you wouldn't be struck or
Pity.
commenting on the altruism in our community.
But you casually toppled the Jackson government. A, what does that mean? B, how did you get a relationship
I
with
mean,
the
he
White
offers
House?
so
I never spoke
much
to
to
DOJ.
stream,
I
you
did
know
speak
that?
to people in the White House twice to tell them what was going on, because
Who in the White House?
I think I don't want to say.
First off, though, so you mentioned Jackson's a continuation of Lakewood. You toppled the government's
Leave
the White
George
House willy-nilly.
alone.
Cult. Okay, you're connected to the White
By
House.
the way, I rarely leave my house.
Which just goes to show the scale of your connections, in my opinion. I hear this voicemail, I'm like, shiver me timbers. Who am I dealing with a little bit here, right? Like this guy's.
Little old
like,
man.
whoo, all right, he's calling.
Oh, he
You might
likes
be
that.
wondering, why are mega wealthy Jewish power brokers connected to Donald Trump trying to set the record straight with a lowly goy tuber like myself? This all begs the question. Why are they so afraid of me?
I think they just don't want you to portray Lakewood in a bad way. That's really all it is.
Is there any bad to see?
There's bad to see everywhere. It's good to see everywhere.
Exactly. Good, bad, and the ugly everywhere, right?
100%. I used to live here in Lakewood when I was in 9th and 10th grade. I love Lakewood. There's so much Jewish life here. It's so easy to be Jewish, and everything's cheaper. It's amazing here.
Why did Lakewood become such a large Jewish hub?
So I think it started with BMG, Beis Medrash Gavoa, and then you got a lot. You know BMG?
Yeah, tell me more about BMG, though, right? I hear it's like the Harvard of yeshivas.
Yes, it's top notch. You just sit and learn all day. You already finished your high school phase. Most people went to Israel already, came back, and they just sit and learn all the time. It's amazing. I used to do it when I was a teenager.
Wow, what a
amazing place
life.
and everything. And I think
Must
I've
be
seen your
nice
videos
to
all over. I
leech
just think
off
that
of us.
people get nervous and stuff
You
like that. But you're
fucking
just coming in
scumbags.
filming the truth, and you're working just like we are. That's it. We're all in the same boat.
I'll take my
you
18
motherfuckers.
I'll take my 18
Yeah, we
kids
got
and
no,
make
it's
my own
welcome for the most part.
school.
You guys are fired up. We
This
try to give
is
them a chance to speak, have a
sickening.
conversation. Do a little What whisper did we miss?
Nothing. I gotta go now.
Yeah, I hope
I love
all
it.
the
To a
Muslims
T.
that want
The guy
to do
gets
their
to whisper,
shit
and he goes
go
quiet.
there and
Would
do
you
it.
like
You
to say
know
anything?
that?
Yeah.
How you doing? Or with this guy whispering in his
Fuckers,
brother-in-law's
fuck them
ears.
both.
He comes up when they're talkative and sweet, and he goes, psst, 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 and then they stop talking. It is miraculous. Tyler, good to meet you. What's your name?
If I say something good, you're gonna put it on?
Let's go. We just met up with a guy. He was like pissed off that we like come around here and explore. This guy's killing me, dude. The psst, psst. This is he's treating you like a child.
The whole world's gonna laugh so nice. I know.
This is pathetic. He's treating you like a child. Who is this guy?
Why are you guys
This
being
is
told what to
pathetic.
say?
Let the man speak. Okay, does that not look like suspicious activity?
Why is there so much secrecy if you have nothing to hide?
Why would you do that?
They're all
He's the head whisperer. All right,
scumbags.
tell me what you're gonna say.
The money everyone makes in this town? Crazy, man.
Now he drives off.
The police is also gonna follow us this time, alright?
They're gonna follow us.
There's a police response, special response unit, and the cops have their internal monologue that they're gonna just trail us around.
Amazing. So given that the cops are being called so often, they're just going to follow us around all day. Land of the free, home of the brave. And then I stumbled upon a kosher collision. Another example of Lakewood's infamously terrible driving. We're just showing how densely trafficked it is out here, how much traffic there is. We want to show some of the driving differences out here.
I don't think you're saying if you're mistaken. This has nothing to do with dense driving.
Oh, what does that have to do with bad driving skills or snow?
Totally because of the snow.
Fair.
That was a miscommunication.
That's fair.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
That's how it happened. There were actually no one on the road.
Totally fair. Okay. You need help getting pushed? All right.
Why are you making up a story? Because we need a documentary. There's not one car in sight that happened.
Oh, you just hit the wall.
So
You didn't hit anyone?
smashed into
You
the
need help
wall on
getting
your
pushed?
own.
Okay, we're
What
gonna
a
get out of here. Oh, you're good.
retard.
Than anyone else. I agree. No, I mean,
Yeah, you're a
one out of
great
people,
driver.
actually.
You make money for doing nothing.
For doing nothing? Do you think moving capital and charging interest is something more valuable than I do, or what?
What? I think you should write about
Tell me.
the hundreds of thousands of people that do favors for people every day.
Tell me more.
Open up a book. You never saw so many charity organizations as
Some
you have
floppy,
I know
fat,
there's so many
smelly
501c3s. It makes me wonder: are they all charitable? Are they feeding?
Oh, charity organizations. Where have I heard that before?
They're just another scamming, grifting fucks. But our government ain't gonna do nothing because fucking Trump turned on us for these little hat fucks.
Yep.
For tax exemptions, would you say this is a great place to move to for a young family? If I have a kid or a wife, a young wife? Okay. Not just the Jews.
My best friends are coming.
Okay, respect. What do we have here? We
My
have
best friend are Goyim.
Hey, it's good to meet you.
You see that?
I saw it. What is the name of that organization once again? Hatzolah. Okay, good to meet you, man. See you later. And we have Hatzolah up here to help the community. Yeah, this guy doesn't even know what the First Amendment is. Don't be a joker, bro. Come on. Yes. Come over here. Come over here. I need to get you like a second number. What's your Instagram? You got Facebook?
No, I don't have.
Look at these hundreds. My phone number's been leaked.
You're a little child. Give me a number. I promise you.
Why are you insulting?
I'm not insulting.
You just insulted. Come on, I'm a little child.
Give me a number. I promise you I'll make it worth it for you.
All right, look, give me your email. Give me your email. Give me your email.
732. Give you my
All
number.
right, awesome. And what was your first name?
Moshe.
We're gonna do some big stuff.
You're afraid.
I don't even know what's going on. Oh man, these guys are next level. I feel like I got dropped off on an alien planet. And you might be wondering, what is Hatzolah and how are they able to blast through red lights like that? It's like a community watch, but
They think they are cops. If you notice, they had their lights on and they just ran a red light, just like a police officer would do. No uniform. They had the Jewish uniform on, white pants and the curls.
In a police car is what it looked like, but he's not a police officer, and he's blasting through the lights like he is a cop. There's a Hatzola billboard right there, Mike. What is that for?
I mean, you're asking me questions. I don't know if I have the answers to why. Because once again, because there's competing.
They got badges and everything,
groups
dude.
of these
of a non-profit volunteer emergency service.
Yes, it sounds like a business.
So they're actually Jew police on top of the regular police.
Well, the Chinese are doing it, and so are the Muslims. Why not them? You know that? More the degradation of our fucking country by these fuckheads.
Oh, look at this shit. Revenue expenses.
This is sickening. This is like a country inside of our country. They got to end this shit.
Wow.
And get all these foreigners out of our fucking government. It's fucking retarded.
That's right.
And everybody
literally
knows
every
it.
organization out here is a tax exempt 501c3. If you dig through the filing, go on ProPublica.com. You'll be surprised to realize everything basically is a tax exempt 501c3.
Yes, because it's all through the religions.
What are your concerns? Why are we interviewing you?
So I think I echo the concerns of many non-religious people in my area. And the biggest concern is how one group of people gets to act that is separate, segregated from everybody else.
And that group being
pretty
Jews.
crazy, man.
Yes, Jews, exactly. Yeah, 100%. But you know what? It's in my area. It's Jews. In other areas, you obviously see the Somalian, right? In Minnesota, there's things that are happening all over the area. But yes, in my particular area, it is Jews, and it's Jews that are expanding
the fragmentation
their
of our
Okay,
fucking
so
country.
my name is Jenna Galarza. I've lived in Jackson for approximately 23 years. I want to say it really started affecting me when I had my children. I have twins. They're 20 now. In assimilation perspective, you want to be able to teach your children how to talk to other children and, be part of other cultures. And that was when it really started hitting me.
What hit you?
Let's say if I would go to a store which was closer to Lakewood, I'm pushing a double stroller, I have twins, and I noticed that nobody would hold the door open for you. At one point, a door literally got slammed on my twin stroller, and I was just like, whoa. At that point, there wasn't a lot of Orthodox living in Jackson, but they were coming to our parks a lot. And they would come to the parks, busloads, vans full, and the park would just get turned upside down. I mean, we're talking about diapers being changed anywhere and being thrown on the floor. We're talking about children literally urinating in public and absolutely not interacting with your children. So listen, at that time, if it was a minion, there was 10 men, not a big deal. But then you started to notice that it was no longer just 10 people. It was 20 people and 30 people, just completely changing the feel, the character, the comfort that you once had in your neighborhood is no longer there.
And another source of conflict is the Jewish community using residential homes as places of worship, often without approval from the Jackson Planning Board, bringing in tons of outside traffic and destroying the peaceful quality of the neighborhood.
We can have even if you work in an office and there's 10 Jewish men there, you can just take a conference room for 10 minutes. We don't need like a formal church. I've prayed in parking lots. We're going somewhere and get other guys together.
But if you're living in a residential neighborhood and this house becomes like a revolving door of people coming in and praying constantly, parking their cars, I imagine there's some quality of life concerns, right? Increase in traffic and the streets being covered with cars and people all over the place, or what?
I don't think that's what really happened, but maybe on like a Sabbath. But you have any Semites probably say that because they don't like us. They don't want us.
Selfish, self-centered faggots. You know
this
that?
home used to be probably about 1,100 square feet. It does have a new owner.
And we're paying for it all.
Apparently, they did get permits to expand on their house. Most of the permits are just, kind of just given. Nothing is really followed through. This home will be being used for a full-out temple.
Looks bigger.
Well, that means that they're going to be praying in this home several times a day, probably staying over on Friday nights until Saturdays. As you can see, there's no parking lot here. This is going to affect every person that lives here. And the other problem that I have with this, and that I think should be looked into, is there's definitely funding going to these places.
If I was a concerned neighbor and I said, hey, they're building a temple, what the hell? What might happen next?
You would probably be called an anti-Semite. They will make your life miserable. Nobody wants to live across the street to a synagogue. It is a tactic of getting people to sell their homes, and they will have buyers for them.
And you see this, and then you watch buildings get built before they're approved. They build and ask permission later, and then if they even don't get permission, they sue, and they win for permission. So when you have all these things where they're creating hatred, they create the double standard,
That's
they create
insanity. Did
the
you see the
animosity
pitch on
between
that
two
roof?
groups. And when I say they, I mean
looked
governments
retarded.
and people that buy off politicians to make favorable laws, because a lot of the shit they do is legal, because they bought the politicians to make it legal.
Do you think residents in Jackson who do not want Jackson to be majority Jewish or to look, feel, and sound like Lakewood, do you think that is anti-Semitic?
Well, people have a right to freedom of speech and freedom of their opinion, even if they're going to be bigoted.
Do you think that's bigoted, though, right? Because I imagine you don't want this
Fuck
place to be
you
Islam.
Only because the
Don't
radicalists
criticize
want to
me
kill
or
us.
you're
Other
a
than that, I have no problem.
bigot.
And they're radical Jews and they're radical
You
Christians.
Which Orthodox Jews are radical
creepy
Jews
fuck.
that want to hurt people?
Many people could argue there are distinct sects of Judaism that are marginal.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't want Lakewood to become predominantly Muslim. Radicalism aside, though, right?
Right.
Just like Jackson residents don't want it to be predominantly Jewish.
So if a Muslim wants to buy a house here and pay way more than what the house would sell outside our community because of the fact that the prices go up and we come in, they're free to do it. And
Yeah, but I still think
They're getting off welfare.
Yeah, welfare.
So Jackson Strong is kind of like
They're
a
doing
unofficial
like
organization
in
that I
Minnesota,
started.
Eric.
When I saw everything turning, I just was very vocal on social media, and I decided to organize. Certain people
Had to
really
shut
wanted to get
this shit all
involved. There were a few
down.
of us that, we would have letter writing campaigns, making a lot of calls to county officials, local officials, and
Do
state
you know they
officials,
just
trying to
caught the
find out what
fucking
ordinances could be
government
created, what we
stealing
could do
$5 million
to help
in
prevent
taxes
a
every
full-out
month?
turnover. A sign would say Jackson Strong strong,
There's
don't
still
sell.
more
Meaning,
than that.
if a new neighbor moves in next to you,
Well,
don't run,
they
don't
caught
sell.
5
Why would you
million
move? Stay strong,
that
right?
they're buying their high
They would
style
sell because it just got too
with.
much. And anytime you would say anything about it,
These
you were
fuckers all
anti-Semitic.
gotta go
I mean,
to
there were
jail.
Facebook
I'm
pages
sick of this
created
shit.
just to slander me. They would manipulate pictures of me. They would put, Russian hats on me, a Hitler mustache. These were things that were even coming out of Israel. At one point, there was a post where somebody had said that she needs to have an ice pick in her eye. And something like that. I did go to the prosecutor's office, and my Jackson Strong page was taken down for no reason at all. It was just taken down. There was this page, Rise of Ocean County, which was a pretty important part of everything that was happening. That page was taken down also. However,
these
it was
motherfuckers.
hijacked. So when our page was taken down, just for stating the facts, when you're bringing out the Kaporis incidents, when they're cutting the necks of the chickens and blood is pouring through the streets, and then you're talking about that, and you're posting videos, and all of a sudden your Facebook page gets taken down, only to be replaced with a complete anti-Goyim harassment page. And you could report that page over and over, and you could have a campaign of people reporting that page, yet that page remained up.
Do you want Lakewood to be predominantly Muslim? Just you personally?
No.
And why?
Because it's a...
Say they don't want to kill
You better call this motherfucker out.
To have Jewish schools, we have to have a critical mass of Jews here to support Jewish schools. To have kosher grocery stores and supermarkets, we have to have a critical mass of Orthodox Jews here to support kosher supermarkets. By the way...
So using that logic, why would anyone in Jackson want Jackson to have more and more Jews move? If you're arguing there needs to be a critical mass for them.
How are we infringing on their right, on their ability to do whatever
I'm
they
not
want?
saying you are, but why would they want that? Why would it be bigoted?
They don't have to want or not want. If somebody's selling their house to an Orthodox Jew, the Orthodox Jew is allowed to buy the house.
Sure, but I'm talking about people who are not selling their houses to Orthodox Jews.
Then they have the right to do that.
Of course, but that doesn't make them a bigot to not want it. It doesn't mean they're hateful. It doesn't mean they hate you.
What is it, their lifestyle that we're going to change?
All right, so we can start with the traffic. Infrastructure-wise, they're just throwing
goddamn kike.
Yeah, everything. It changes everything.
Dude, you want me to disavow my Lord and Savior, you piece of shit? Fuck you, I spit in your eye with fucking hate and jizz, cunt stain.
Oh, you want to have a nice hamburger? Oh, sorry, you can't come here. This is kosher. You want to go to Carl? Oh, sorry, we're going to go. It's fucking bullshit. The whole
It's
thing,
in a shithole too. They always do this in shitholes nobody wants to live in. New Jersey, fucking Dearborn.
That's the one
fucking
thing I'll give them.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
What?
That's the one thing I'll give them is they're doing this where nobody wants to be.
Yeah, but then they've got this fucking shit going on where it's destroying everybody else.
Well, yeah, what they're doing is this is a trial run.
Yeah, well, fuck them. It's time to end it.
Yeah,
if they're not going to end it, we'll end it, these dumb motherfuckers.
This is the test to see how it goes here, to see if they can.
This is the beginning.
Yep. Yeah.
These ginormous structures. They tend to have basement apartments also, so they'll rent those out. Right now, there is probably upwards 2,000 to 3,000 homes that have been bought and are just being rented out right now by the Orthodox community that they will move in when they're ready to move into them. There's been a problem with light pollution. Now we're seeing just LED lights everywhere. There's a lot of issues, and then let's just talk about the thing that breaks my heart more than anything, which is the school system. So what's happening is our Board of Education is going bankrupt. Between the formula in the state giving all of the money to the poorer communities, which has been proven to not work, we're losing that kind of funding, but we're being depleted from the busing. We are required by state law to provide busing to all of the private school students. Why are we paying for busing for schools that are not teaching a standard curriculum? If 80% or 90% of their curriculum is religious studies, why are the taxpayers paying for that busing? And then to add insult to injury, we have recently sold 2 of our schools, and they have been bought by the Orthodox community.
Who are you, Chris?
I am a councilman in Jackson, New Jersey.
And what are we in front of right now?
We're in front of the former Sylvia Rosenauer School. The school was unfortunately shut down due to budget issues in Jackson. It was purchased by a private school.
What a
So this is a private
shithole.
Jewish-only school right now?
Yes. As the state cuts our funding, we continue spending more and more public money on private schools, and it's kind of creating the perfect storm that's destroying our public education system.
So all of the school systems are completely strained by the influence of the Jewish non-students. They don't even use the public school system, but yet it costs the public school system a lot of money.
Because we Orthodox Jews, we pay the full school taxes to support the public schools and for busing. And the only thing that we get to use is busing.
You take Jackson Township, their pass-through budget was nothing in like 2017. What pass-through laws are, the federal state laws, where it says that the school system has to pay for the busing of private school students. The more people that moved into Jackson, they go to school in Lakewood. So no, Jackson has to bus their kids to Lakewood. Now they don't bus non-Jewish students. They have segregated busing. So you have girls bus, boys bus. It costs the towns millions and millions of dollars, while at the same time, it decreases the enrollment that they have. So when the enrollment decreased, coupled that with a really shit school funding formula in New Jersey, the towns spend way more money and they get way less in return.
And now, in a modern day and time, who thinks it's okay to separate boys and girls? Not allowing them to be together, not allowing them to go to school together, be on the same bus, and because of a religious practice, you're forcing the public to pay extra money for things like that.
We have to send our children to religious schools because of the values that are taught in the secular schools. If our population changes, schools consolidate. We're not the first place that's happened. Nor the
How about
least place.
clean up
The Jewish
the public
community
schools,
is extremely
you
racist.
bitch?
Could you imagine if I said that my children could not play with somebody's children because they were black? What a different conversation we would be having. Why is it okay?
We only eat kosher food. If our kids play in a non-religious Jew's home, they might be given
These
non-kosher food to eat.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm supposed to throw out everything in my fridge and go get kosher.
For you. Go fuck yourself, you fuck. You gaslighting prick. Because you licked the
Also,
president's
generally-
balls? We got to
on
listen to your
televisions in our home
bullshit?
and don't want to bring the secular values of homosexuality,
Fuck
of
you.
adultery, theft,
You know,
of cursing,
You know who
and
does
on and
all
on.
the
We don't want
porn
to bring
and all
this
the
into our
tranny
society. Orthodox-
surgeries and all that weird fucking shit? It's the fucking Jews. Who owns Pornhub?
Well, what he's not talking about is he's talking about their values. Well,
Fuck
how is shutting down schools and making everything about the Jews and nobody else a moral thing?
They're self-centered, selfish
Yeah.
fucking fucks that worship at the fucking Satan's dick. Fuck them.
You don't like us? Oh, we'll put a synagogue next to your house.
This
we'll
is
get
like
an
what the Muslims
parking.
are doing here. It's the same fucking playbook by two of the same pieces of shit.
Yep, the
And
same
I'm
thing
sick
as
of this shit.
Minnesota. Yeah, it's the same thing as Minnesota. They're doing
I'm
it.
not picking either side. They can both fuck off.
Yep.
Jews are paying full property tax, which is how the schools are funded, and we don't get the benefit of the school building, the school teachers. So we have to also pay for our private education. So they're getting
You
our money
lying
and we're getting nothing
motherfucker.
for
If
it.
you're on
Funding's going to go
welfare,
down. You're going to
you
have to
ain't
make cuts.
paying
You're going to have to
shit.
keep closing schools.
Yeah, they're
they
not
just shut
paying
down
anything.
another big school, which is
Cocksucking
going to be
liar.
converted into might be one of the world's largest yeshivas right here in town. Let's be real. New Jersey State is essentially a criminal organization because everything they do is for some type of special interest, for somebody to benefit somehow.
They take a house, they get that house built for a public mikvah only for Jewish people, right? So they say it's for the public, but it's not. It's just for a select private group of people. The house is now a 501c religious organization, so it doesn't pay taxes, so the town loses the tax money.
There you go.
And then, like in this case, that mikvah was being built before it was even approved, so everyone sees that.
This is going to be a mikvah, which is a religious bathhouse.
Where women get purified
Correct.
after their periods?
Yes, and it prepares
Oh,
them
Cornbread
for their
says he
childbearing.
lives there.
Dude, why were they
Sex.
kicked out of over
Yes.
200
Okay.
countries?
It's
I wonder
little
why.
things like this when they get in an area, they put what they need, their special needs. It doesn't benefit the community. Anything that they put, it benefits only them.
Look out for your country.
So this is a house of worship, a shul. This has been operating now probably for about 6 or 7 years.
you
This is
see
one
that?
of the
They just
ones
tried to
that we
run 'em
first realized
over.
was non-owner occupied now.
Meaning
that you have a better chance of not having issues if you live in the
I
home
wouldn't
and you
be
have
standing out there
prayer,
on the
but
street like
nobody
that.
was
You
living in
should
this
be
home.
backborn.
Generally you
Fuck
should
them,
have
I'd the
the proper
carrying
permits and
it.
everything.
Motherfucker
But
can't keep close, I'd
Artown has been very
blast 'em.
accommodating for bad behavior. As you can see,
These
they did install
fuck.
a light for them here, so they could safely pull in and out.
Cornbread
across
man
the
lives in
street.
that
That's a
state.
symptom of the
Fuck
increased
that
traffic into
cornbread.
this location, right? A light just for this house.
Correct. This is zone residential.
As I told you, we have to be together for schools, for synagogues, for kosher food. So you're going to start buying the next block over. That happens to be Jackson and Tom's River. Now it's going into Howell. Because
but how is that America's problem? That's a Jewish problem. That's not our problem.
This all goes back to simulation. If you come to fucking America, be American. Don't make your own enclave and then try to rip us off. That's fucking
How
pathetic.
is it my problem that you need kosher fucking food? Go get your fucking food elsewhere. What do I?
Oh, you're a goddamn anti-Semite if you don't let
Oh,
me get my
yeah.
kosher food. It's the same with the Muzzies. Same shit.
Oh yeah, with the pork and all that.
Oh, it makes me fucking want to vomit.
Yeah, I noticed that it's nothing the guy's
Nobody
saying.
give a fuck about my culture. You know that, Hargrave? You fuckers ran us over and told us to fuck off. But now you're going to lick their balls, let them take over your country that you stole from my people?
Okay, Shep,
That's so
just-
retarded.
Just take it down a notch, man. I know you're mad.
Fuck, it's retarded, though.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I hear what you're saying, but this guy's talking like he's in fucking Israel. Like
You might as well be.
I mean, yeah,
Fucking our
that's what,
president converted.
that's
Fuck.
what it seems like.
we're having lots
You
of
didn't
children.
know that?
and thank
He went
God
to
we're
Israel
having
and
lots of children.
converted, Hargrave. I covered it on my show.
Yeah, I've heard that he did that, but I didn't know if it was like 100%.
It's true. He did it.
I mean, I'm not gonna say either way that
He did it because his daughters won too. So he said, "Why not?"
Yeah, that is true that the kids are Jewish, or what do you call it? Yeah, that is true.
Almost all of them stay religious, get married early, and having children, and community is just growing and growing. So in Jackson, they passed regulations against Orthodox Jews, and not only that, they were harassing us. Let me give you an example. We pray 3 times a day,
God.
morning, afternoon, and evening. So Jackson, they were very unprofessional, very amateurish. So they had their code enforcement department counting the number of Jews on the street, and they left the emails on their Jackson Township email system. So when litigation ensued, it came out in discovery. So they say, I see three men wearing the garb, carrying Bibles, going into this house, and the inspectors would actually go onto the property and peer into the window to see if we were praying.
Okay, so the house was zoned residentially, and it is being used as a house of worship?
No, but you can just go in there. The guy owns the house. You can just go in there and pray. We do it all the time. Just like, when I have the Super Bowl here, I have 50 people here.
In contrast to the Super Bowl, how...
Oh yeah, let's all go into Risey's house and pray. You guys want to come into my house and pray? We do it all the
The
time.
door's always open.
Yeah, just come on in.
often does this congregation happen?
The Mormons do something like this, but we still have our churches and our worship houses where we go to.
Oh, I'm just saying, but every week they get
we do meet at other people's houses.
People over watching football, and they got 30 people in the house watching football, right? Anybody in America can do that, and they're not cited for a violation.
You don't think they would have been treated the same if it were a mosque or a church?
There are Christian groups that they were not harassed like we were.
So you guys were singled out in your opinion?
Yeah, for sure.
What happened in Jackson?
Bullshit.
What anti-Semitic laws is he referring to in his opinion?
So it's everybody is reacting in their own way, zoning law-wise, to try to fight what they do. And what that is like buying corner lots that are unbuildable, using our local laws to build on them. So what happened was there was a little bit of a rush to stop Lakewood. I would say about 2010-ish, where you saw different towns making different zoning laws. Brick did its own little thing, tightened up zoning laws in certain areas, and they did it in a way where it wasn't pointing out one religion. Jackson kind of did it in a way where they did point out one religion, but
what does that mean?
So it's like they tried stopping the shows in the middle of the houses, but what they did was they worded it and they said things as they were doing. Like the people on the boards were saying stupid shit during the discussion that were anti-Semitic, basically to give them fuel to come in and say, you guys are making anti-Semitic laws. Okay, it wasn't necessarily what they were trying to do, it was how they were trying to do it. Now the council president up there, Mordecai Bernstein, who was a part of it, you have that guy Richie Roberts. They got the DOJ to do an investigation. They sued under our LUPA and they had the DOJ do an investigation into him. They hammered Jackson. So now it's like Jackson is castrated and cannot even fight it anymore because they got told by the federal government and the state government they get to do whatever the hell they want. So now that's why you're seeing the synagogues going up in single family or multiple family big houses, $800,000, $900,000 houses. We lost a lawsuit on this property that was too small of a property, unbuildable lot. The people that came out to that meeting made this type of comment. This was deemed anti-Semitic. This is a family neighborhood. We like to keep it a family neighborhood. Anti-Semitic. This is what the judge quote cited as anti-Semitic. Are you going to be renting this house or are you going to be living in it? Anti-Semitic. What type of family would want to live on this type of lot? Anti-Semitic. That's how petty it gets.
Beginning 10 years ago, they called you an anti-Semite for outlining all of these points. Were you wrong?
I was right. There are plenty of county roads in Jackson. Nobody's saying that you cannot put your house of worship on those county roads where you could put a proper parking lot and you could have proper traffic. So why are we dealing with houses of worship within walking distance that could be on main roads? Air roofs are up. Why instead are we putting them smack in the middle of residential areas? Because it's another way to get people out of there. It's another way to create a complete religious enclave.
And this all begs the question, does the Jewish community living in peace come at a direct cost of the non-Jews also trying to live in peace? Can the two groups get along? Toured a mostly all-Jew neighborhood in Lakewood to understand Jennifer's frustration a bit more, what she sees as Jackson's seemingly unavoidable future. Where are we at, Jenna?
We are in Westgate, aka Kosher West, aka the Little Tykes Graveyard.
I'm noticing lots of toys on the lawn, car seat that may not be getting used, tons of minivans, many children, many families, full trash cans, abandoned vehicles, a lot going on here.
Correct. This is on the border of Jackson. And unfortunately, I see this as being Jackson's future if we don't get a hold of things.
Let's go for a walk. How large are the families out here?
Again, anywhere from 6 to 12 children.
This is all Orthodox Jews for the most part?
This is predominantly probably 99.9% religious.
Could I buy a home here?
Man. I don't believe you could.
Obviously, legally, according to the Fair Housing Act, it's illegal for them to discriminate against me, but practically speaking, could I buy a home?
No. Okay. This community is allowed to police themselves. They're allowed to do what they want to do. Rules don't
Well,
apply.
I like
Yeah, the
her
trash
other
cans.
twins as
We have a
well.
problem now in
Oh,
Jackson
but
with rats,
no.
which we've never had before. It's definitely a concern. It's a complete religious enclave, yes.
This bus right here is paid for by a Lakewood taxpayer, correct?
Correct.
We're walking. We're trying to walk. You got it. Yes. Call the cops.
Here, it's strictly about religion, nothing else. All these men going to
Motherfucker.
yeshiva until they're 35 years old. They're not producing college students. They're not producing people that are going to go and benefit the greater good of our society.
They know that Bible, and that's it.
Yeah, they'll all go back to Israel.
What does that help anything?
How are you? We're filming a little documentary. Yeah, for YouTube. Would you like to say hi?
I actually love Nelson.
I'm infamous. That's me. Yes. It's good to meet you. How are you?
I actually can't shake hands.
I see.
I'm sorry.
No worries. It's good to meet you. Yeah. We're just walking around talking.
Cool. I hope it's a good
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Like, not everybody's the same.
This is true. I'm noticing a strong spectrum here of even orthodoxy, right?
Yeah.
So I gotta say, very refreshing. Sweet woman.
Yeah.
Good eye. Good luck.
That's the funny
nice,
thing.
nice,
That's the funny thing about it. I mean, a lot of the women are very nice and very welcoming.
Yeah.
And you can have a conversation with them, but at the end of the day, they can't be your friend.
No parking. Look at that.
They don't want to live amongst us. They don't want to live with us. They just want to live and exist and not have us be part of their lives. We've had people stand up at our council meeting in Jackson and say, I'm sorry, we cannot let our children play with your children.
For the Orthodox community, the reason that we choose sometimes to live with ourselves is because we are, as a culture, very careful with the influences our children have. My children don't know they don't have any access to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any of these things. And part of that safety is that after school, all of us as neighbors share those same values and rules and restrictions.
It's about unity. It's about assimilation. It's about, the American culture, and that's what we're losing.
Can the Jews and the Gentiles get along?
Absolutely. We don't have...
You're calling for unity.
Absolutely. I also understand that this is their way of thinking. This is how they were trained. This is how they were brought up.
We're happy for them to stay. We don't push them out. We had a neighbor Wheeler right across the street over one house. We were sorry to see them go. Is it bad that you have a house that's worth $300,000 and someone says, I really want to live in this neighborhood, I'll give you $600,000 for it?
I think it's great if you're trying to sell your house.
Okay, and if he doesn't have to. Like this woman, she didn't have to sell her house.
I think there's an argument in some instances of people who have claimed that they've been pressured, harassed, or intimidated to sell their house.
So it's not intimidation. It only could be that too many
Oh
people
no,
knocking
we'll
on
just
their
put
door
a synagogue
asking if you
next
want
to
sell
your
your
house. That's
Okay,
not
so we'll get
intimidating.
blockbusting. You know, that's when they approach you to sell your house, which is a level of harassment. There's intimidation, telling you that, you know, your decorations are not Yiddish, or approaching you and asking you, when are you moving? You know, you could have a child who's 4 or 5 years old, being your neighbor, and you could be very nice to that child, and one day they will just come out and say to you, when are you leaving? Well, that's learned behavior. They're hearing
When
that,
are
right?
you leaving? I'd be
You saw
like,
it
when the
yesterday.
fuck
4,
are
5,
you
6 cars
leaving?
per place. Tight, super tight houses.
The few people that I've spoken to, a lot of it stems from fear
Yeah, but
and their loss
laser
of
dot
their
in
way
their
of life. Right? I
fucking
don't think it
heads.
stems from hatred, from what I've heard.
So some hate it, and some feared a change in their in their neighborhood. These people are moving in that don't look like them.
This
that,
guy's
you know,
an
seem different,
asshole.
and I can understand it. But there are laws about discrimination, and you know, people bought homes legally because the non-Jews that lived there made a lot of money off the Jews in selling the home.
Well, look at, you know, Little Italy, and look at Chinatown
Non-Jews.
in New York, and how come it was okay for them to live amongst themselves? The key there is assimilation. Their children went to public schools. They worked in the public sector. They invited anybody who wanted to come into their community. They provided for them in their community. Huge difference there. This is not a welcoming community. This is not somebody who's saying, we're going to build this shawl. Come on in. We want to teach you a little bit about our religion and our beliefs, but we want to involve you in it. And this has been a topic that I have brought up at several council meetings when there have been times when there's been a project or something that they wanted to approve, and we were trying to kind of, you know, bring it to people's attention that this project is not going to benefit the community as a greater good. The Jewish community is extremely racist, and I would go as far to say as the Jackson government should be ashamed of themselves.
Beautiful traffic and everything.
God, rebel.
Welcome.
Sick fuck.
Welcome.
Was that a
to
strategic
Cuba.
honk?
I think
Can't
so.
click on that.
I'm not sure what the strategy there was. Who's he honking at now?
Looks like he's smashed into the snow.
Gotta say hi. Hello. All right, so you're just honking. I'm not sure what the strategy is. How are you? I came down and waved and said hi. We're gonna see how long he's just gonna
Oh,
remain
this
honking.
guy's definitely.
How you doing?
fraud.
He's gonna
They're
break his arm.
inbred retards.
This guy does have a cheeky sense of humor,
This
which I
is
can appreciate.
sickening.
That honk was promised to him.
So they can look around
who wants this?
retarded and fucking read the Bible all day?
Look at this.
Fuck these fat
I am a
retards.
His kids in there doing that? What?
He's got kids
Man,
in
I think
there?
this guy actually might be mentally challenged, so we're gonna give him a break.
They
So
all
we can
are.
talk all the
Can't you
nice
see
things we want.
that?
There is hostility.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
But you know what? That's not
subhuman.
going to happen walking down our streets.
But as we were trying to escape and rest our ears from the Jews honking at us from all directions, I spotted these dudes tracking us. Turns out I had summoned the Shomrim Police, the Jewish community's internal police force that receives both federal funding and township funding.
You just want to be interviewed?
No.
Okay, respect. Are we in the heart of Lakewood right
What
now?
do you know for?
Just curious. All right,
What do you need to
proceed.
know for?
What's
Go
up?
fuck yourself, fat
What's the
boy.
interview? Okay.
You fuck.
I don't think it was nice how you portrayed the Jewish people, and
Oh,
What are we talking
fuck
about?
you
What's the context real
too.
quick?
what's the context?
Are we talking about Curious Joel?
Yes. I just don't think it was you were trying to portray. I think you just came in with a more of what you had a picture in your head
What do
trying.
you think I got wrong? What do you think was misrepresented? Like, I'm just trying to learn. What do you actually think
You
I got
look,
wrong?
you're a cop, you fat
I just think it was
fuck.
agenda.
What a
Gotta
bunch
elaborate a little
of
bit, though.
bullshit.
What was the front of the YouTube page posted as? What was the?
Inside the New York town invaded by welfare-addicted Jews.
Thank you. You answered the question.
Was I wrong though?
I actually think it's not true, but again, you say whatever you want. It's not welfare addicted. This is what it is.
Welfare reliance, welfare dependent. What would be a better?
Programs don't have it.
All right. What are you arguing? That I have an obligation as a taxpayer to fund you and how many kids you want to have? If you want to have 30 kids, that's just how it is. It's
I'm
the
arguing
law.
that if the law is set up to have certain criteria for people and it's
They're
according to
loophole
children,
fucking
then people who
masters.
qualify
You don't know
for it,
that,
legally
Hargrave?
qualify for it, with no fraud at all, are entitled to get it.
And you'll give me the credit of acknowledging I never said that was fraudulent.
Yes, that's right.
I think it's exploitative by nature, though. Yeah, why don't you throw all your money at them and help sustain their lifestyle? Why do I have to take a cut of my paycheck to go towards Curious
Yep,
Joel's
federal
insulated,
funding,
acidic Jewish
Eric.
community that has nothing to do with me? I'll never get anything out of. There's zero upside for them to exist for me.
Anyways, we have the government makes criteria for getting financial aid, and if someone qualifies
And we
for that
take
criteria,
advantage
I'm not
of it
sure
'cause
why
we're criminal
when the Jew does
scumbag
it, you call
fuck.
it exploitive or taking advantage, but you don't say that to all the other people, populaces that don't have it.
Well, I've never seen anything of this scale to where the families are this large and it's sort of baked into their strategy of childhood.
Oh, so are you against having children, having a lot of children?
I'm pro-children. That's great. I think you should be able to
I'm
afford it. And I
against
want to make an
having
important distinction
16
between the Amish,
fucking
let's say, and the
children.
Hasidic Jews and Curious Joel.
God
You tell me what's the difference.
This is
Oh, there's tons of differences.
sickening.
Tons of differences.
They
Most
all
importantly,
look
as it relates
the
to finance,
same.
though,
You know
the
that?
Amish pay for themselves. They're self-sustaining. They're not relying on welfare programs funded by the
Retard.
taxpayer.
I think I heard
fucks.
in video there's what 40,000 people in Curious Joel,
See,
44,000.
you're right. They
And you
plan to
spoke
bring
to
in the
20 people
Amish
around on the
into it.
street.
Sure, perhaps
The
it's
Amish
just
are
obvious.
fuckheads
And
like
obviously
you.
They're not the ones working because
They
they're
don't
working. They
want
wouldn't have
our
been on the
money,
street. They'd
you
be working.
fucking
Sure, but it provides a pretty
scumbag
interesting
leech.
question, right? How do they afford to raise such large families? How do they afford to study full-time?
First, I have to bifurcate your question. There's two groups. One is the ones who are learning full time, and the others are the ones that are working. For Hasidim, almost all of them go out to work. However, when they first get married,
That's
for the
pretty
first 2 or
well,
3
no,
years, they'll learn Torah full time. The wife will
That's
work. They don't have any children yet.
bullshit.
They'll have 1 kid or 2 children,
We-
and
we
then they'll get help from the
fucking,
family. And if their
fund
income
their gay
qualifies, which it probably does
lifestyle.
for financial aid,
Meanwhile,
they'll get
there's
financial
nothing
aid.
for
We got
us.
this guy following
We're
us.
told to
We're playing
work
games now. We got
till
the
you
security
fucking
guards
die,
following
till
us.
your heart
We rolling
blows
down.
up.
Got 1,
The
2, 3
sad thing
police.
is nothing's
Surely there's
gonna
no conflict
happen
of interest
here.
we're about to
It's only gonna
experience.
happen in
I wonder what law they're
Oh,
going to
no
claim I
shit.
violated.
They
How you
want
doing?
this to
I'm Tyler.
happen.
How are you? Good to meet you, Josh.
This ain't
I don't know,
no
we should
different
stock-
than the fucking Muslims and
Low-key,
the fucking
yeah.
Chinese.
My name's Tyler Oliveira. We're filming
This
a little
whole
YouTube video.
country's
That's
going to
me,
be
yeah.
balkanized. You know that?
Documentary on Lakewood, surrounding towns. Am I being detained? Is there a probable cause for this interaction? What's going on?
We got concerns saying that you're walking up to people asking them questions and stuff like that.
Luckily, this is America.
You're
That's
not
the
allowed
first
to
thing.
ask people questions?
All right. I think I've had enough for tonight. We've gone almost 2 hours here, so
Fuck, this shit's insane, dude.
yeah. I mean,
Now the cops are going to arrest them for asking questions?
this is just such. It's so fucking stupid. All of this. I mean, you got Jews pretending to be cops, and then you have the actual cops, and then you got some senator fuck guy, that guy he was talking to at the chair.
He wasn't a senator. He's just some rich cocksucker.
Whoever that guy is, and he's
who
just
gave
like,
the president a bunch of fucking money.
oh, we just want to have our kosher meal. Sorry, it offends you. Ooh, what are we supposed to do?
Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. That's what you got to do.
Imagine having 18 fucking kids, man.
Jesus Christ.
He should be interviewing that person. I want to see that interview. Imagine
They ain't going to
that.
let that shit happen. And they all look retarded and inbred and half retarded. You don't see that?
That's literally a school, like a classroom or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's why that whole town's full of them, because they're
Just-
all breeding like rabbits.
Your entire classroom is one family. And
Well,
probably
it'd be
overflow-
two, actually, because
Yeah,
18 and
that's what I was
18 is 32.
Yeah,
I've
that's
had
what
up
I
to 30 kids in a class.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It probably like overflows or whatever. That's just. So what is this? So you have religious police and regular police? Yeah.
It's the Muslims do it here. And so
Basically,
do the
what those-
Chinese in New York, if you didn't know.
Basically, what those, I forget what they call them, Mazalas or whatever, those other fake cops. They're just lookouts, basically.
Well, they're
That's
like community or what's that called? Neighborhood watch. That's what they called them.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're just like, oh, this guy's.
Yeah, but neighborhood watch don't have no power. They can't go up and arrest people and shit. They're supposed to just fucking take pictures and record what's going on and write it down and then report it to the police. You got like a police officer and that's their liaison that they talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
bullshit.
It's it's just fucking. It's.
You couldn't do it. My
No.
culture couldn't do it. So why is their culture allowed to?
No, you know what? You know what they would say? They would say that you're skinheads. That's what they would say.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I got long hair. Fuck
No,
them.
but I'm saying that if we tried to do that policing thing, like what they're doing, that's what they would call them.
Antifa's fucking doing it. This is retarded.
yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, Antifa just goes and blocks off a whole fucking intersection and nothing happens.
This fuck this country. If they don't get their shit together, I'm seriously gonna go up in the woods like my grandfather did and just fuck you all. Don't give a fuck.
What
Because
do
you
you
ain't gonna
think?
come up near me up there.
What do you think I'm going out there to Texas? My friends finally.
Yeah, well, Texas is too close to the fucking border. There's too many people there already. I'm going up where there's fucking nobody.
No, there's where he's at. There's nobody. He's got 10 acres, man.
Yeah, well,
Flat
don't take
land.
them long to get to you, Hargrave.
Oh, they can come all they want. They come on our land and they're going to get shot. That's legally. You can legally shoot them there.
Can here too. I'm gonna be up north where there's fucking nobody.
I'm going to be underground. That's the best place to be. Underground with food stored. All of that, man. You just move your house underground. You put a spall down there, all that shit.
You girls are gonna love that, bro.
Oh, I already
Yeah, they'll be streaming from down there, Risey.
Oh yeah. We do a doomsday prep. We doomsday prepper now. We make a show.
Oh, we die if internet breaks before we can stream our death.
We have plenty of peanut. We don't have shortage of peanut
Jesus
here.
Christ.
It'll be like those fucking girls from fucking Gen V. It's like, how will
Yeah.
anyone know if we die?
I can't get Instagram to work.
I've been in Arkansas, man. I did fucking 2 weeks in Rolling Rock, man. Fuck that state.
Oh, you guys watch the trailer for The Boys?
No.
Yeah, it wasn't. I guess we'll play that before we go.
What is
I
this, the
like
last season?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. There's a scene with fucking Peacemaker and him. Not Peacemaker, Soldier Boy. And he's like, did you fuck me? Is this some incest shit?
Oh, I sent that to you, Risey. Did you see it on Discord?
Yeah, I did. I got that. Cheers. I'll check that out later. Probably EFAP it or something.
All right, I'm gonna show this. This will be it for tonight. We're gonna.
It shows Riley crying at near the end about her taking all that shit when she left.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Why is this?
And he got PTSD from fucking being in jail.
Yeah,
Did you hear that?
about that. Yeah.
How the fuck? Was he in jail for like a week?
It was for a day, I think.
Yeah, day.
Fuck him. Ant was in there for a month.
I was going to say, I've spent more time in jail than him.
Ant just did a month, and he acted like he was on vacation, remember?
All right, here we go.
My power is absolute. At heights no one's even dreamed of. But I have a bigger destiny.
Oh, praise be. And what is it?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to work, yeah?
We think that Homelander is looking for the V1.
It's Vought's first iteration of Compound V. If Homelander got his hands on some, he'd be immortal.
We need to run while we can, however we can.
No, we hit him with the virus while it still works and kill every fucking suit on the planet.
What the fuck?
Father. Did you fuck me?
What?
Is this some kind of incest thing?
No.
Then what the fuck is this?
You told me?
Air America for my ascension.
You one of us now? Well, if you can't beat him, join him. Then fucking beat him.
I wonder how close they're going to be to the book.
This is our last chance. The only thing we have left is hope.
That's beta male shit, bro. War, am I right?
I wouldn't lie. I would watch the shit out of his podcast.
He needs to have a spin-off.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, that was his kid. Holy shit. See that?
Yeah.
Oblivion.
I thought this shit already dropped. They must have redone it before it come out this way.
This is the final trailer.
You guys are friends?
You talk.
Mm-hmm.
It looks okay, but that last season was just shit.
It sucked. What, we got a month?
I read on Facebook today the actress confirmed that plays Stormfront has confirmed that Vort's Rising has finished filming. It's the prequel one with Stormfront and Soldier Boy.
So we got a month for this to come out, huh?
I think it's next month.
Yeah, April the 9th.
Yeah, 2 days. You got One Piece, and then
I was going to say that's coming out.
and then
Yeah, we showed that clip last night. Remember?
Yeah. All right. Want to thank Hiawatha for joining me, Risey, Cornbread Matt, and George. Guess that's everybody. We'll see you when you see you.
Did George even say anything at all when he was here?
I don't know. I'm starting to think he's got a connection issue or he's having power outages.
Or he was on the phone because I heard his phone ring.
All right, buddy. See you next time. Bye.